Niners! Fam! All right, were you ready? Were you braced? Okay, you knew it was going to happen, right? Smooth, where you at, man? Shanahan's tree is popular. And that fact is confirmed each and every season at the same time. We get killed in the coaching. Is there any other team that gets poached as hard as Shanahan's coaching staff? I don't think so. And I was just saying that, but you know what? Can you think of another team that loses more coaches than Shanahan does each and every season? And that just exemplifies the fact that if any camp in the NFL knows what they're doing, I know about the Super Bowl. But man, in order to get there, the 49ers will be that team. They just can't close the books. They just can't find a way to close the damn book. It's frustrating. Fam, it's so funny because I was throwing these notes together before the news. 49ers tight ends coach Brian Fleury signs. I said interviews at the time. He signs with the Seahawks. You and I both know he was going to do it, and for a number of reasons. And GM John Lynch drafting is now being questioned and scrutinized for at least the reasons of the talents that he's picked up and the ones that he's missed. Now, I don't know that. Here's the thing. You can bring him into court if you want to. But John's going to come in and say, hey, listen, if I'm going down, I got a number of guys going down with me. He is not the only guy. Now, he could be the guy that has to take full responsibility due to the fact that he's titled GM, but right? See, because let me get into this. Because for years, us Niner fans have watched in horror as teams are using brilliant offensives against the Niners, and with good reason. They took it from the Niners. And as we watch this going on, it's been sort of a thing going on for a few years, right? We probably didn't. Did you realize what was coming? And did you realize it was going to spread league-wide that the best offense in the league was being copied? And even if you weren't taking notes as a coach, you're sitting there thinking, okay, when that guy's available, we're going to go after him. And Shanahan's the kind of guy where he tells all the guys that come to work for him, nah, if we do well, your coaching opportunities could get high. So, do a good job, and before you know it, you could be a head coach of your own. See, anyway, after over a decade, the Kyle Shanahan playbook, it seems, has been handed out to many other NFL teams, pretty much like a textbook. You get volumes each and every year. Man. Bebop, no, not Nick. No. Nick Sorensen's not. He is not the best example of what. And Nick, you notice Nick didn't get hired anyplace else. The actual reason is that a percentage of the league has a coach or coaches from the Shanahan tree. Now, the full knowledge of what the Niners do has facilitated in handling San Francisco for the most part. Now, good defensive coaches are doing their thing, i.e., over in with Seattle. See, that's another story. But the offense, would Sam Darnold be the same had he not had Kubiak? And now, Brian Fleury, of whom has been with the Niners since 2019, has interviewed and will sign with the Seahawks. Now, I didn't know who else was coming in to talk to the Seahawks, but I had a feeling, no, Fleury's he's going to sign. They're going to sign Fleury. So they can continue to run Shanahan's offense following the exit to Las Vegas by Klint Kubiak, as you know, who also is from the Shanahan way of doing things. Guy comes on and X. Yeah, excuse me, Ronbo. That's Mike Shanahan's offense, by the way. And by the way, McVay is the one who's had the biggest success with it due to the fact that he added more passing game to it. I can't. I saw it. I was infuriated. I'll get back to him later. See, here's the thing. McVay was getting his ass handed to him for years. The only reason he all of a sudden excelled, why? Because he stopped with the stupidity of thinking that Matthew Stafford can pass you to glory by himself. And installed a run game. Hell yeah, they did. Or else they would continue to do what they've been doing for the whole time, getting their ass kicked. So, Shanahan, Mike, yeah, Kyle learned from him. But yeah, great move on Seattle's part as quarterback Sam Darnold flourishes in it. To the phones for your concerns about the revolving door at Santa Clara that yields a lot of coaching talents that are an extension of Shanahan that have contributed to the success of way too many teams. They're coming back to get us. Fam, this is one of those reasons why we can't have nice things. Okay, because we build these things and somebody comes and takes them away and uses them for their own good. And then who gets the chickens have, as William Roberts calls them, okay, not since Shanahan came. They got one. And they just got that the other day. Because as soon as Shanahan got here, we commenced to whooping the Seahawks' ass. And the Shams, and the Cardinals, and everybody else in the league. Now, they got tired of that. They said, okay, no, we need some of that, okay? Let's see if we can interview this coach, and this coach. Lo and behold, here we are. But let's first address another one of the gripes. A lot of people do really fall in line with this too. Conversation about de facto GM. Now, is the Niners FO on the verge of making changes? Maybe. It's not been confirmed. It's just talk. But I know you can get behind the talk because Bay Area sports columnist and radio host Dieter Kurtenbach. I know. I don't appreciate Dieter either, but I'm just saying. He appeared as a guest on the Gold Standard podcast with Rob Stats Guerrera, and he said the Niners have discussed hiring someone in the FO to serve as a de facto GM, and if they make a move like this, it could happen in the next 2 weeks. Makes sense, right? The combine's coming up in a couple of weeks, isn't it? How do you make things like that up? I don't think they did. We'll keep an eye on this. The headline reads, Kurtenbach told Stats Guerrero this: there has been conversation about that. Here's the thing. Did Eddie D's recent scathing evaluation of what the Niners have been not getting done over the past 30 years rock the Niners headquarters boat? It did. I was trying to wonder. Well, I was wondering at the time. I wonder, Eddie making that statement. Eddie's the OG supreme. When he speaks, which is rare, I mean really rare, everybody's going to listen. Asked if there had been significant conversations about this, Kurtenbach answered, not enough to where it's actually happening. But there has been conversation to that degree. How does he know that? It wouldn't shock me in the next couple of weeks if a hire was made that gave you a pretty clear indication that the way things are going. If Kurtenbach is correct and the Niners decide to shake up the front office, it's believed it probably will be. The question is, what would that look like, fam? What would John Lynch be reassigned? Because what they did with Adam Peters is they moved John up in a position higher so he could be like the shop foreman, right? And Peters was the guy probably pretty much pulling all the talents and making judgments because he has more experience. I had no problem with that at that time. I was hoping John would be a great student and pick up everything that Peters was doing. Peters has built some good teams. Well, he built the 49ers machine as to where it is for the most part. He had also with Elway in the Broncos. That's why I'll never understand why Elway did that. Him and John are good friends. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You're going to be the GM. Let me send Adam on over there to you if you want him to get you guys off the ground. Really? When I heard that, I was shocked even back then. Wow. Elway's not a bad guy, I guess. I mean, bros first. And so he sent this guy over, and it worked out well. Here's the thing, though. Would John Lynch be reassigned, promoted, or removed altogether? And the question further would be, would Shanahan sign off on that? I don't think so. Also, Lynch has become an excellent ambassador in the face of the franchise family. Can you imagine anybody but Lynch addressing the media, the league in general? He has a knack. He does that very well. John Lynch can actually run as a politician. Still, some changes could very well be coming, and all of us would probably agree they are warranted. All right. The 49ers' consistency is in question. Very much so. After drafting, difference makers has been easy. Has been easy to question, and we do it every year. Lynch was one quoted saying he kicked himself several times for drafting Solomon Thomas instead of going after Patrick Mahomes. He needs to kick himself, and then when you get through kicking yourself, pick up a bat and hit yourself in the face. He would have been immortal in Shanahan's offense. He's already that way, but I mean, yeah, Andy's good, but in Shanahan's expansion and imagination, and creativity, and I'm sure Shanahan would have seen what he had at some point and took that crap right over into the zone. We would have been out into the darkness and the orbits, man. Because Patrick has so much natural ability, and anyway, and that trade that brought Trey Lance to the 49ers in 2021. And I'm not saying anything bad about Trey, but the assets that were given up, that was the set. Niners drafted quarterback at number 3 overall who was no longer even with the team. And that wasn't so long ago. And the worst part, players like Jamar Chase, Penei Sewell, Micah Parsons, they were all available. They're all of them. I was mad just about. Remember who got drafted next? Okay, never mind. Anyway, that was Exhibit A. Then there was the 2023 draft. The Niners didn't have a pick until the 3rd round. We went from the darkness until they dug a hole and put us in there and throw the dirt over it, right? Even though they had 3 in that round, 2 of them were not even any longer with the team. Jesus, that's when the decline started and where we are now. Ouch! God, both of those crimes carry a conviction that could carry and draw a possible life in prison sentence. Damn it. Okay. Touch upon that. John Lynch, what are you going to do? Jaden Daniels lobbying for PA. As you know, very few teams of any will be trusting and willing to rely on Aiyuk in 2026. Would you? See, Minnesota fired their GM because he made a boneheaded mistake last year. The timing on that firing of that GM is what made me laugh. They waited until after. Oh, you know what? If I'm the GM that got fired, now you're going to fire me. Why? Because I didn't know it was going to be that good. You didn't know. I talked to you about that. Sam Darnold, you didn't say anything to me. I'd blame him for it. Anyway, but BA's Arizona homie is already starting his campaign, at least is already lobbying very loudly. Washington Commander quarterback Jaden Daniels told Nate Tice on the Football 301 podcast last week, would ask if there was anybody out there interested in adding Brandon Aiyuk to their roster. Daniels, I don't know why he even cloaked it. Daniels put a cloak on his answer to the question saying, maybe somebody from Arizona State. I wonder who that could be. In my past, there are people like that out there. I don't want to give too much, but when that time comes, hopefully we can sign those types of players. Hey, Jaden, where all those underlines and blanks are, go ahead and put BA's name in it. I hope you get him, too. I really do, because I'm curious to see what that would look like. I am. Oh, you know. Washington's on our schedule, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, that'd be a Sunday nighter. Here's a problem I take a lot harder than that, though, fam. For Adam Schefter, run game coordinator, tight ends coach Brian Fleury initially was reportedly interviewed for the Seahawks OC job. That happened on Friday. When that happened, I said, they're going to sign him. And as I went through the further notes, everything I was thinking was justified. The Hawks need to replace Klint Kubiak, who was your former OC, as you know. And he's also another 49ers assistant who left for Vegas to be the head coach of the Raiders so he could be buried in the dirt with the rest of everybody else who goes over there. By interviewing Fleury, the Hawks obviously want to continue to run Kyle Shanahan's offense. Of course they would. I mean, if you got success, you keep pressing that pedal. It's the offense in which Sam Darnold has resurrected his career and looking like he looks now. Fleury has been with the 49ers. He was with us for 7 years, 7 seasons. There's nothing about what the 49ers do that he doesn't understand and can fully articulate to anybody who asks. See, this goes. They're taking a page out of Pete Carroll's book. Pete Carroll was sitting out in the parking lot all offseason long out in Santa Clara in a disguise, watching who comes and goes. He probably got in somehow and put bugs in the room. Because remember, every time we played the Hawks, we said, why are the Hawks reacting so perfectly on that? As if they knew exactly what was going to happen. They probably did. And now they're going to even know more so. Shanahan always defends that by saying, well, no, you can say that by players. Maybe they don't fully comprehend what's going on. Oh, and a coach does. So, there's just nothing about what the 49ers do that he can't understand and teach. Fleury is adept at both offense and defense. This would be a real steal for the Hawks. It is a real steal for the Hawks. In 2019, Fleury started with the Niners as a defensive quality control coach. Defensive quality control coach. In 2021, Fleury was an offensive quality control coach. What did we do? Kyle, you know what, Kyle? You could have said no this one time. But he won't do that. He won't. I think they have an understanding when you first come there, do well could mean big things for your future. How many guys have we had that their future is looking just so good? And D'Amico beat our ass, and it wasn't by coincidence. You know how bad he beat us up? He knew every move we were going to make. Seahawks will continue to do the same. He spent the following 3 seasons, 2022-24, as you know, as a tight ends coach before becoming the running game coordinator, so he knows more. His expanded role, he just knows everything. And he's going to take it to the Seahawks. I mean, the dude is extremely valuable to the Niners, and losing Fleury, that's an immediate problem for the 49ers, as we already know. The Niners will be without GK for part of the upcoming season after he tore his Achilles in the wild card round of the postseason. But the rest of the tight end room, they don't know diddly squat. And Jake Tongas he's workable, but Fleury was probably guiding him to a large degree. He's a restricted free agent. I think the 49ers are going to sign him. I think everybody thinks they're going to sign him. The 49ers better sign Tongas. He should be back. But last year's free agent pickup, Luke Farrell, did not have a good season. He just didn't. For the things we picked him up for, he didn't deliver. He was supposed to be great at blocking. Lou was out getting used like everybody else. Fam, there's not much more, though, behind Tonks and Farrell, so the 49ers might end up keeping Luke Farrell. Ah, God. Braden Willis? Braden Willis was taken to that 2023 disaster of a draft. I forget about Braden. He's been with us for 3 years. Until somebody mentions his name, I forget all about him all the time. Whenever his name is mentioned, I always say, oh, yeah, forgot about him. He spent most of his time on the practice squad the entire time he's been with us. What does that tell you? As bad as we need somebody to help George out. If Kittle misses half the season, which is entirely possible, the Niners could bring in another tight end via free agency. Who would that be? I like that guy in Seattle. I'm sorry. I like that guy in Atlanta. Please. That was my draft crush that year. And he went to Atlanta. So, they may draft a couple of newbies added to the position and a couple of underperforming tight ends returning. It sounds bad, doesn't it? Shanahan will need to have his coach in place soon, whether that's Fleury or someone else. And then pick up a defensive coach. Because Raheem likes him. Fleury, he has all the goods, fam. So, I don't know who's going to be the next candidate, who going to bring in here. What's he going to do? Is he going to look anything like Fleury? Fleury was a vintage that had been aging with the 49ers and getting better and better with each year since 2019. That's a long time. Oh, man. Man. Bebop, I know, but I don't, Kyle Pitts, I don't say his name because it hurts me to think that we could have had him instead of. I'm not mad at Trey. He wasn't his fault. Trey didn't ask to get drafted to the 49ers. I'm just saying the 49ers have that choice to make. You get Pitts. Get him. Their very next pick. Atlanta Falcons select Kyle Pitts. I fell on the floor. Okay. Hey, yo, Smooth. Come on in, man.
Ronbo, what's up, faithful?
I'm in here whining.
What's up, Ronbo? What's up, faithful?
Yeah. I don't know, Smooth. Smooth, can you make anything better today? Because I'm already, let me get my towel out. I was feeling good.
I want to ask you a question.
Please.
It's a serious question. It's a simple but serious question. It shouldn't be easy to answer.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
You like John Lynch as a GM? Yes or no? Wherever you answer it, I got something to say about it. Yes or no?
Okay.
Check and get in here to the check.
Okay.
Check and get in here on too.
I'm gonna say yes. Just to see what. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy. Ronbo, please.
I knew he's good. I just want to know.
Lynch have to go, bruh. Look, let me tell you something. Since he's been here,
yeah.
Solomon Thomas bust, Reuben Foster bust,
Ooh.
McGlinchey bust,
Yeah.
Penlaw bust. Come on, bro. Trey Lance bust.
Yeah.
Let me keep going.
No.
Caleb Witherspoon bust.
Oh.
Richie James bust.
Oh.
Come on, man. You like him, bro, right?
Did you mention Reuben Foster?
He's doing good as GM.
Did you Reuben Foster? Did you put his name in there too?
Yeah. I said it too. Avery Thomas, bust. Come on, want me to keep going?
I am curious. That list is long.
Drake Jackson, bust. Tyron Davis Price, running back, bust. Danny Gray, bust. You want to keep going, Rambo? He's a good GM, though. You like him, though, right? Right? Huh?
For sake of argument, I was just playing devil's advocate.
Hey,
go ahead.
Hey, man, look here.
Give me more.
If look, no, fuck that. He ain't, nah, you already get the message. Check this out. If Eddie D was still the owner right now, if he took her right now for his nephew, where would Lynch and Shanahan be at right now?
Well, Lynch would definitely be fired. Shanahan, I don't know. Maybe.
He wanted to fire Bill Walsh. You don't think he'd give it to Shanahan?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Come on, bruh. Come on. We OGs, bruh.
That's true. He would.
We ain't talking about this young crowd that's in the chat. We let's take it back. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Game recognize the game.
Yeah.
There's other look. John Lynch is not a real GM.
And that's true.
He's not a real GM. We need a real GM in here. And the reason we stuck to where we are right now, in the situation, the situation we're in right now, with the team and the squad and everything, that's Lynch's fault. He missed on 18 picks. 18. I can go to draft to draft who we should have got. 18 picks. Now we have to fill all these holes. If we hit on 10 of those 18 picks, we wouldn't sit here right now. We probably need about 5 players in the draft.
2 Super Bowls. Yeah, at least.
Now, the last show, I was talking about the receivers. Then somebody in the chat, I don't know who it was, they were talking about, we don't need that. Bro, look, we only have 5 minutes. Everybody get 5 minutes. I have hella shit to talk about. O-line, we need. I looked at the Seattle game against the Niners, regular season, the last game we played, and the playoff game, bro. Seattle ain't all that. You know what makes Seattle secondary look good? Their front line.
Yes.
You got a dominant front line. Everybody look good. Linebackers have time, and the secondary, because can't nobody get open. And you really can't get open behind the receivers to get open and separate. We need separators. We need an offensive line. We need beef up front. Yeah. We need 6'5", 6'6", 330. Grinders. Roll grinders. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But we still need speed at wide receiver. We need burners at wide receiver and in the slot.
That can separate, yes.
Fuck bringing back Debo. Somebody said, Lee, bro. Greenlaw. Man, fuck Greenlaw. His damage is good. He had tendonitis in both knees and back injuries. You can't come back from a back injury. That's why D Ford had to retire. We trying to get younger and faster, not older and older and slower. John Lynch is a yes-kissing ass man. Because Shanahan hired him. Fuck that. Do your job. Let him feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Patrick Mahomes. Lynch was going to draft Patrick Mahomes. Who stopped that? Shanahan ran upstairs and talked him out of it. Talked him out of it. Just like the Brandon Aiyuk. Talked him out of it.
Because you wanted Kirk Cousins.
Get your head out your ass and be your man. Grow some balls, bruh. Fuck Shanahan. You the GM, do your GM job and let him coach. We gonna still be like this, bruh, because the owner Jed York, he don't give a fuck about the players, the substation, none of that shit. After the games, they go to Jed house and pop beers and shit, and ha, and all that shit. Fuck that, bruh. I'm tired of it. The faithful tired of it. Serious, man. Bro, look here. Any way you want to go with this, go ahead, man. Because
that's all the gospel truth. There is nothing. If we're sitting in court and I'm the judge, man, guilty. Oh hell yeah. So
Shanahan got his favorites players. He have his favorites, bruh.
I know.
BJ, run back we got from Washington, bruh. He like, what the fuck I come here for? They ain't using me. He's a McCaffrey. He's all on McCaffrey nuts, bruh. Their family is so close, so he wanna feature McCaffrey. Man, come on, bruh.
We're not using.
What about McCaffrey? What about McCaffrey? The first game of the season, he go out for the whole season, and you bring in a real running back. Then what you gonna say?
Oh man, but fam, bookmark this. We're probably gonna be talking about this until things get better. We got to go. It was smooth.
John, love you, baby girl. Film all the way. 415 Sucker Free City. You already know what it is. Smooth outward. I'm out. Holla at your boy.
There he is.
Next caller up. Peace.
Truth, the whole truth. And that was nothing but the truth. See, I just said what I said because I knew Smooth wanted me to do that. So he could kill me. If I'd have said no, what would he do? Matter.
Ronbo.
Matty, here we sit at the crossroads again. And we've been at this
Right.
fork a number of times. But you know what, Matty? Here's the thing. Somehow we found a degree of success, even though things look shaky. And those 2 Super Bowls being blown, maybe if we do, I don't know. It's hard to, it's a hypothetical for the most part. How are you going to do? You're going to say that the difference in style would have made a difference? I don't know. Manny, what do you think? Are you, what are you feeling about the coach leaving and also whether or not that a de facto coach is necessary?
Yeah, I mean, Smooth's got a way of making some points. I mean, you get kind of comfortable with what you got.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Oh man, we've been talking about stuff like this for years, man. It just seems like that every offseason's very similar. I mean, shit.
So true.
I think we've been doing this for. I think I've known you for almost 9 years, Rombo.
And we've been crying. Yeah, that's right. Because the first year, 2017, when Kyle came in, we were relieved that the circus was probably over because Kyle had a reputation, right? And Jed was going to make it so it wouldn't be like it was before. He could, Kyle, go ahead and pick your own coach. I mean, your own GM. And so we thought it'd be peace and harmony instead of what we were going through before. Because you know who's running things before.
Yeah, old bulky.
I wasn't going to have any shit. They're going to listen to me and they're going to shut the hell up. So, that was never going to work.
No. At the same time, I mean, I know there's a lot of BS, but at the same time, like, look at like how far we've come versus most of the other teams. So, I mean, at the same time, we got a lot to be grateful for. We're not the Jets. We're not the Browns.
Well,
we're not the Raiders. We don't want to commit suicide every year because we have a Raiders jersey on,
right? Or can't walk down the street and people stare at you. What? You're looking at me,
Seriously. So there is something to be said about that. I don't know. I'll kind of go with the flow on that. I mean, I hope if we do get rid of one or both of those guys, I mean, obviously I hope to make the right decision. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of coaches out there. Just which one's going to fit the system?
See, this is the thing they'd have to build the whole thing over again, which means there's going to be players leaving and rebuild. I don't know if they're going to keep Brock. A new coach is going to come in with his regime. They're going to have a whole nother philosophy. This means starting over from scratch, and that freaks me out. The thought of that.
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, because what if he comes in and does to us what Tom Sula and Kelly did for any length of time? Man. Oh,
make you vomit.
God.
Ronbo, that's horrible. Jeez, dude. And it sucks because I thought I didn't think Chip Kelly'd be a great head coach, but I just figured he would do better than he did because when he was the Oregon Ducks coach, man, we were rocking and rolling, bro.
Our national champions could have been, should have.
Jeez, dude. So
they were, weren't they?
Yeah, well, no. We're kind of like the 49ers. We just get right there and then we just
fall off,
shit the bed.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 teams that do that regularly now.
Man, that's terrible.
Shit, it is, but still better than most people's teams.
Okay, so if you're gonna go out and make a change, you can't make a mistake on this. I need to sit down with that GM and that coach or whomever I'm talking to. They need to assure me, give me a plan in layman's terms, how you're going to fix this team and not take us into the darkness for any long period of time. And he'll say things like, well, I can't guarantee anything, but I can tell you, this is something you might appreciate, this might appreciate, and this might appreciate. And then Jed, who's not probably real adept to the conception of football, will probably go along with it.
Yeah, you probably fool him easily. That's there's not a lot of room for error there, Ronbo.
That's the frightening part.
Like you said, you can slip into the dark ages again.
Oh.
That'd just be, yeah. No, I'm good.
Oh.
I'd rather stay where we're at than go backwards.
Because right now we're competitive, albeit not now because we got to see what happens next season. We're going to find out too, Maddie. You know what, Maddie?
Yeah,
Ben
buddy.
Jed may be forced to make a decision at this time next year. If we're looking at 6-11 or worse or something like that again, then Eddie will be all over his nephew.
It is his nephew, isn't it?
Yeah. His sister's kid.
Because does Eddie have any? Eddie doesn't have any say in anything anymore, does he?
No, but he is Eddie DeBartolo. So you.
Yeah, exactly.
You
he is
can't
who he
ignore him. So
yeah, it's like the mob boss.
Yeah, and amongst other things. But yeah, if Eddie speaks, people listen.
Oh, 100%. He obviously knows what he's talking about.
Clearly.
We should just let him run it. Just let him be the GM.
He was never that, but he knew when to make moves. I mean, we're talking about the same guy that says, I'll let Bill Walsh go if I feel it's necessary to help this team. Hey, Eddie, you're a frightening individual.
Yeah.
God.
That's the kind of guy we need around here, man.
I know.
I like that.
You got to make the hard decisions.
He's the kind of guy who put in a Brock Purdy over a first round draft pick because Brock Purdy's playing better.
Steve Young over Joe Montana. Yeah.
Yep. So you put in who's playing better. It pisses me off when they keep dudes in just because they're the ones that are getting paid. It's like, man, obviously the other dude's better. So I don't know. Yeah. All sorts of football politics involved in that too, I'm sure.
The greatest of all time, Leo DeRocher. My uncle told me that story, made me laugh so hard. Leo DeRocher was quoted as saying, if my grandmama or mother is coming in with coming to score the winning run, I'll trip her in a heartbeat.
That's awesome. That's good shit.
There are times in competitive sports, there's no untouchables. Yeah. So.
Yep. Man, I agree.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Hey, I know.
I'll see you. Let's do Wednesday because I'm waiting for something to develop.
Yeah,
otherwise, we'd be just going over the same material. So Wednesday, something should be up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so Wednesday. Yeah. Maybe we'll see you sooner. You never know. Something might pop off.
Yeah, something crazy tomorrow could happen because Kyle might be feeling some fire, or him and John Lynch both.
Yep.
So we'll see. All right.
Yep. Oh, I'm excited to hear it. All right, buddy.
All right.
Well, shoot. Have a good night, bro.
You too.
Love you, bro.
Fam. Love you back, fam. Night, Maddie. Hey.
Ronbo, what's good with you?
Oh, the needle can't get off a zero. I mean, we lose a coach that we really need. And where does he go? He can go to the East Coast, to Buffalo, or someplace like that. No, he left and went to Seattle, North Coast, right up from us.
Our meter is never at zero. You know
well,
I mean, we always up
it's
there.
bobbing back and forth, but right now. Oh, go ahead. What do you mean by that?
I mean that pop open the door, Smooth. I'm riding with you.
Everybody should.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Let's go. I mean, I don't care who's in front of us. We got to win, man. Like he's saying, like all this other, let's smile and shake hands, man. Listen, bro. I'll break that thumb.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen, man.
This is
that's all. I mean,
dog eat dog.
Yeah, man.
Get it done.
I don't know. Like I said, my second place don't get no trophy. You gotta.
But
I don't want to be mean with it.
But Red Eye makes a point though. He says Fleury could be the worst choice for an OC. Everybody who's a position coordinator isn't necessarily qualified to be an OC. Is he going to call plays and things like that? That's where he could get tested. And Sam Darnold knows him real well, though. This could be interesting. And maybe we're not going to get the outcome we see regarding that choice. Because we're all pushed, I'm out pushed all that shape because the fact that he knows what it takes, I would think, to make a winner. And the Hawks are already a winner defensively. Now, Darnold's going to get better because he's got confidence. They still got Njigba. It's the scariest man in the world. So, these are things that concern me.
You got to be concerned about any team or any person, any player in front of you. But our job is to win. And like he's saying, do your job. And then we put people in positions to overcome the obstacles in front of them. Like, they got good players, we got good players. Let's make our good players better than their good players. And we're going to be better. Half full, not half empty. You see that man in front of you, you put him in the dirt. Point blank.
Agreed. Every coach from Pop Warner teaches you that.
Every coach, you put him in the dirt.
Yeah. Got to get that instinct to kill.
That's just football, people. We ain't talking about nothing else, all right? We talking about football.
Yeah.
But
it's a game. But it's a game of violence. So,
it is.
I mean,
we're not playing basketball.
Yeah, because this got started back in the Roman Empire, and maybe before that. But as far as history goes, those were games. The Colosseum would fill up with people. They were pretty much bloodthirsty, right? And the gladiators would roll into the arena, and they would just butcher each other, and that was entertainment. And a question mark. And we're the same way. We've evolved. Nobody's going to get killed. Well, there have been deaths, actually.
Same thing, almost. They sit there, they drink beers, they throw all that. They're fanatics. Not fans, they become fanatics. And then people are grubbing off that. Like I said, they take your money for the beers and all this other stuff just to know that you're going to be a fanatic. It's above my pay grade. Yeah, we can't, I like the 49ers. I like football. But, life is much more than that. Trust and believe that. We don't get paid $1 million like, Brandon Aiyuk to drive around and do all that stuff. You know what I mean? We don't do that. We work, we maintain.
And you mentioned that. All the coddled, spoiled brats that play football. Most of them play wide receiver. But they don't realize their position in life is a gift. That's why when I see them showing out, I said, what the hell is wrong with you? God.
Antonio Brown. Look at Antonio. Was it Antonio Brown, right?
Yeah, AB, yeah.
Yeah. Look, he thought he think he tough because he got a little money. He can run it. Baby, you ain't about that life. Someone would tell you, when they go to the mother cup, Keon White. There's a lot of story with that. But that big man ran into a little man. That little man said, back up. It happens. 4:00 in the morning, bruh. Act like you know your language. The language is go home.
I mean, I should say, be an adult. There are occasions it's okay to act with some kind of maturity and use good judgment. No, I'm a football player, man. I do what the hell I want to do. Yeah. Okay, see, now what you gonna do? You got shot, didn't you? See? You could have been killed. Or worse, you could have been in jail for the next 10, 15 years, like that dude driving down the road named Ruggs at 1,000 miles an hour, and he kills somebody. I really worry about some football players. You don't hear about that in the NBA players that often. Baseball players, you never hear it. But football players, that's another breed of human being.
Baseball players, right? You don't hear that much about the baseball players.
Yeah.
For some reason. But
you have to be a psycho to play football.
We need Uber drivers. These young boys are young. You got $1 million. Get an Uber driver, homie.
You know, I mean, with what they get, he could be on call. He don't even need. He could just work for me. You know.
Yes. Get your homie to drive you back and forth, and don't get no homie. He gonna throw the keys to you.
Cause he will, boy. Hey, you my man, 50 grand and all, man. Hey, I'm going home and just
you ain't gonna
park your car by your house. I'll come get it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? How you gonna throw me the keys? I'm the football player.
The world's just not fair, Phil. It's not, and that's why I say,
it makes no sense.
You know, because you and I, AB once threw. He was at a hotel on about the 4th or 5th floor. He threw the sofa over the balcony. He could have killed somebody. You know what? Okay, fam. You know what? We could talk about I didn't realize we're out of time.
All day.
God. Okay.
All day.
I'll see you Wednesday, fam.
Ronbo Sports. Bang, bang, Niner.
Gang.
Yes, sir, Ronbo. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go, Smooth. Sucker Free Nation. I'm with y'all.
It is. 90. The 49 Brian wants to reiterate, we were 12-5. Good point. Good point. Injuries galore. Another point. Drafted well last year, saved money. The doom and gloom talk is ridiculous. 2026 will be amazing. Stop crying. And by the way, I'm not opposed to that way of thinking because the fact of the matter is, I didn't know 12-5 was coming. I thought our ass was going to get handed to us most of the time. I just wanted to see the season of transition where we get some youngsters in there. They're going to grow, learn, and progress into the future. I did not see that kind of heart and soul. This is one thing you have to give Lynch and Shanahan credit for. Players do work hard for them. All right? That's just one thing. Now, if we're sitting in the courtroom, cases are going to be brought on both sides, but there are some pluses for the Lynch and Shanahan team as well. And there is. Really, Merrick, come on in. Brian,
hey, Ronbo.
Thank you, fam. Yeah, Merrick, we're debating it, man. We're debating it.
Yeah, what are we dooming and glooming about today?
Well, we're looking at, we just lost our coach. I mean, Brian Fleury went over there. But has been pointed out, is that such a bad thing for the 49ers? Fleury's great at what he does, but he knows our program like the back of his hand, is what's worried me the most. And I, for one, don't appreciate the fact that he went over there to add advantage to what they do. But that's only possible. He may add an advantage, but maybe he doesn't. We haven't seen yet, right? So you're feeling on that. And, and also, have you had enough of John Lynch and Smooth ran down. If he was a prosecutor, Lynch would get the electric chair because he's the fall guy for something that I imagine was the fault of both Lynch, Adam Peters, and some of the other guys that have gone on to get jobs elsewhere. What is your position on those subjects?
Well, I don't know too much about our tight end coach going to Seattle to be the offensive coordinator, but I don't think it will be that much of a concern.
How come? I mean, any reasons why? Because Brian Fleury.
Who knows? Who knows? It could be a big concern next year. We won't know until games start being played.
After we see some demonstration as to how well he does do, if he looks even better next year, Merrick.
I think people are overhyping Seattle's offense too much too.
Because they do basic things.
But outside of that, that's it really.
They run the ball.
And who knows if they're going to keep Kenneth Walker, and Charbonnet is going to be out all year.
Yeah. They'll keep Kenneth Walker. They have to. They have no choice. But
that is true, but he might demand a lot of money. I mean, he just won Super Bowl MVP. Are you going to pay a running back that much money?
I hope so. But how do you not sign the MVP? So whatever he asks for, get that money, buddy. So he could be the highest paid running back in the league next year, and that could hurt the Hawks because they've got probably a number of players. Every Super Bowl team gets killed after the Super Bowl because everybody can offer them more money, or they come in saying, Look, I'm more valuable than this contract. Okay, what do you want? I'm just, what do you think I should get? And now the argument starts and here comes problems. So.
Yeah. As for Kyle and John, I gotta agree with Smooth that they're missing on a lot of draft picks. That's what's been killing us lately. You can't miss on so many draft picks.
Yeah,
especially first round. I mean, who we had outside of Nick Bosa, have we had any good first round picks? I don't think so.
I can't think of any. And the one, Ricky Pearsall, Ricky can play.
He's hurt all the time.
But his body can't take it. And Brandon Aiyuk lost his mind. And so, that makes every first round pick is a problem. You're right.
Yeah, that's why my dad calls him Ricky Porcelain Doll.
That's accurate too. Because Rick, give me 3-4 weeks in a row. Come on, man. So.
Yeah, I think we should just stay with Kyle and John. I don't see anyone better you can get right now.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. Who are you going to bring in? People think there's an abundance of just really good coaches. I see abundance of guys that come in and lose immediately or fumble around. If that Indiana coach is open, though, I'd say, hey, you want to be in the NFL? You, I like. You're extraordinary. You work out of the box. You do daring things. Get over here. But everybody else, they go by formula. They go by the numbers. They're reading up on things. They don't have gut instinct. They're just running teams. I don't need that. Shanahan has pedigree and breeding. Even though sometimes he makes mistakes. I don't know about John Lynch. I can't even Man, can you defend John Lynch, though?
Not really.
I know you know.
But I don't know anything about being a GM, so
No, we can't. Good point. We can't speak from that shelf. We haven't been up there. I don't know. I really wish I could just sit around in the office and watch operations all day long to see how things go. I want to know the chain of command and who does this, who says this, and does he have to go through this? Do they go through protocol all the time? How do they go about doing things?
yeah, I can sympathize with people that want Kyle and John gone because since they've hired, you had the Rams win the Super Bowl, the Shams, and you had Seattle just win the Super Bowl in our stadium. So
in our division,
it's been rough.
God. Well, you could look at it this way. It's our turn. I mean, if the Shams got one and the Hawks. But again.
Nah, knowing our luck, the Cardinals will get one before we do.
Oh, my God. That's it. Game over. But, I get a lot of flack for this from a lot of fans. But why did we have to go see Patrick Mahomes and company? Why couldn't the Hawks or the Shams had to deal with that? And we could have got the Bengals and those children from New England.
Yeah.
God, no, we got to get Patrick Mahomes. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, ran by Andy Reid. Wow, aren't we lucky? I know. I said, I get called a wuss for that. And Ronbo, man, you ought to want to beat the best. I do, but I don't like to see other people get advantages that we weren't given. Make them have to deal with a goddamn something too. I know.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
I'm whining. I gotta stop whining, but God, it bothers me.
Yeah, we have reasons to whine.
I mean, we could have beat the Patriots even in the condition we're in this year. They have a lot of things they need to learn, and they got taught. I mean, the Hawks took them to school, not offensively because they weren't bad there, but the Hawks kicked their ass going and coming on defense. We may have been able to achieve something near that. And, Kyle Shanahan, I don't think they were going to hold him down for 4 quarters in a Super Bowl situation. If you give Kyle Shanahan 2 weeks to prepare, he'll kick your ass then. Usually. I mean, both games in the Super Bowl, we started off kicking ass. Oh, yeah, we got this. And then we get caught in the end.
We usually are beating ourselves in those Super Bowls, like McCaffrey fumbling at the beginning or that muff punt.
Yeah. God. We had the game right there. Ray, full down on the ball. Protect the ball, Ray. No, I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to run it. They hit him so hard. Ball flew all the way up into the stands damn near. Judgments. Okay. Merrick, you know, I needed that, Merrick. Thank you for letting me go crazy.
You got to vent a little bit.
It's supposed to be you I'm supposed to be listening to. I'm going to listen from here on out. Merrick, I'll see you Wednesday, okay?
All right. See you.
All right, fam. Night, Merrick. Okay. Eric!
What is going on? Wow.
Eric, you know, decisions are going to have to be made. And we're looking at this from, okay, we can't run the film back the same movie. We know how that movie ends, okay? So now, you know how it goes. Things are going to get questioned. You know, we're going to look back in history. We're going to look at some of the personnel that's been brought to this team and who's responsible for bringing them to us. How did we fail here? How did we fail there? You know, and it's just, you know, you guys are a perfect model. You came in 3 strokes. Got a new head coach. And the guy that owned us from Baltimore and put him in charge. It was a good move. You drafted very carefully for a couple of years, and you went to the Super Bowl and you won it. Now, you made that look a little too easy. Granted, you know, Patrick Mahomes and company wasn't there, but I can't use that for an excuse. You can only play who's standing on the other side of the field. It's not the Hawks' fault. It's just fate for the 49ers. So, you know, but that's what I'm going over tonight. That we lose coaches every year. And can I get another tissue? Okay, this will do. So, you know, I'm going to stop crying about this, and we're going to be a man about this and accept what happens next. man, you're on the outside looking in, though, and somebody we enjoy. What is your opinion on these matters?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be I'm hopeful, but what are we getting? What kind of coach is this guy?
Well, he's adept at what we do. You had Kubiak and Brian Fleury. He's adept as anybody on the team from the coaching ranks. He's been with us since 2019. That gives him 6 years of brewing to know exactly what we do. He's been on both sides of the ball. You've got somebody out there that can counsel on both sides of the ball. Now, he's going to be the OC. I don't know what he's going to be as an OC, completely in charge of things. He may be good as far as he's a run game guy. He's a tight ends guy. As I say, he was quality control for defense and offense. He knows this game of football really well. And Sam Darnold, flourishes in Kyle Shanahan's system. Now you got a guy that's a direct disciple of Shanahan. So Filthy Casual says he's bad. You should fire him and send him back to San Francisco. What does that tell you? we need him, Eric. I think you might get a good coach there.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I'm looking forward to a very good offseason. I think I'm not sure yet, but I just think that New England could probably be the first game.
Yeah.
Unless they want to give the Dallas Cowboys a second double finger
Would that be
and
fun?
force Dallas to come out to Seattle.
so funny.
Maybe or Philadelphia. If they might even force Philadelphia. Who knows?
You know, the Eagles. There's a lot of internal problems there. The Eagles are going to be on the shelf for the next couple of years too, because what AJ Brown has done to that team, they're not going to recover from that real quickly. That's why when somebody said, "Would you pick up AJ Brown?" What? Why? You don't. No matter how good a player is, if he is a huge troublemaker, I mean, AJ may have some good reason for his behavior, but you know what? You got a problem. Would you come to my office? What are you doing? You're reading a book during a game? Are you serious right now? AJ, I could let you go right now. And as soon as he yelled, yeah, we can let me go. Okay, good, fine. You know what? We're done. Go to the office, pick up your stuff. I mean, I need you to sign some papers, and you're out of here, man. God, if you don't care, I don't either. There are times that no matter how good a player is, you gotta stop. Just
and actually, that was exactly why when Seattle found Pittsburgh last year and Pittsburgh offered us money, offered us what they offered us for DK. That's why I was so happy because
DK.
Because I mean, that's exactly it. Is that I knew I'm like, this guy is not a very good team player. I mean, there was some history there of him. I mean, Pete Carroll even tried to tell him, don't pull any stupid crap, and he didn't even listen to that even.
I know what you mean. One of my favorite DK episodes. DK got ejected from the game. A few minutes later, he was seen in the huddle. I looked at the number.
You're off the field.
Is that Metcalf?
No.
Hey, Eric, we time's out. Eric, I'll see you Wednesday, okay?
All
right. Night, Eric.
Night, bud.
Night. Oh. I was hoping, fam, our problems aren't deep rooted and they can be fixed. Hey, let me go ahead and call him in there. He is the man of Tennessee. Papa, I gotta get in there, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
Papa, man, I'm just, this problem is not equal to some of the problems we've had down through the years, although it is the culmination of every problem we've had down through the years. Pop, you've been listening. You know where we're going with this tonight. What are your thoughts? I don't want to take up any much more of your time. Go for it.
Kyle Shanahan has one hell of a coaching tree. That's my thought. He's got one hell of a coaching tree.
All of them left and got running teams. God,
he's got more coaching tree people out there than Mike Tomlin. I'm just saying.
It's funny. That's true. As strange as it sounds.
I'm just saying. And I love Mike Tomlin, but damn, I don't know who's out there for Mike Tomlin's staff, but there's a lot of Kyle Shanahan out there, and I think that's probably part of the difficulty that they're probably seeing in year 10 is that they have so many people that have learned from Kyle, and then they have kind of either changed the way they did things or modified or adapted talent better or get the younger players on the field more. I think that's probably your biggest difference is that you get people taking the schemes and schematics and then making them their own. But unlike Kyle, and his dad was the same way. They didn't like playing young players. I mean, you had to be exceptional, a young player to get on the field. And they would really stick to those veterans for a long time. I think Kyle and the York regime is even worse when it comes to your players like, Kittle and now Trent Williams. These guys are getting up there. And even Brendel, which is really shocking that they've hung on to Brendel for so long because he's 34 years old going on 35.
Plays like he's 57.
Yeah, so he's like 34 years old, going on 35 and Trent's 38. That's some serious age on your O line, especially, if Brendel was like a dominant center, like a road grader, like this, you just knew shit was gonna get done. That'd be different. But I don't even think Brendel is all that. As a matter of fact, I think he grades pretty poorly.
But Pop, Brendel, Shannon's offense runs. That's a pivotal position on the field for whatever is going to happen next. So that's why.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the thing with Shanahan, because he could have got somebody a long time ago.
Yeah, I know why he's there. I mean, I get why he's there, but at the same time,
that's the only reason, I think.
But isn't this the NFL? It stands for not for long. If you keep getting thrown on your back,
Yes.
Ideally, what I'm trying to say is, none of us knew that McDonald was going to go to the Seahawks. None of us worried about him. We didn't care that he got hired. We didn't care.
I really didn't.
We didn't care. And now all of a sudden he's winning the Super Bowl with our former backup quarterback.
Oh, shit.
That's what stings. You're right. That stings the most. But you can't worry about now. You got to move forward. In last year, I guess they were forced to play a lot of young players, and Shanahan did coach his ass off. The team they played inspired all the way until the last week of the season. I think week 18 they didn't have it that week, and then they went on to the Eagles and they beat the Eagles, which was pretty amazing on the road. We all know how that went, but what can you do, man? I mean, people keep picking people from your staff, but the Seahawks have always done that to the 49ers. Whenever someone got cut loose, they pick them up and they get more out of them that we get out of them and stuff like that. So
Pete Carroll should have been brought up on grand theft charges, man.
He should have been. I know, right? But at the same time, if you look at what the Seahawks did, they got rid of some players. We all didn't think they were going to be competitive. They get rid of the quarterback. They get rid of DK, and they win a Super Bowl. I mean, where did the Jigba come from? I don't even know where he came from.
For the name, you got to
Where did he come
pronounce
from?
God.
Where did that boy come from? So it's like they quietly built the winner, got a lot out of the draft, and now the rumor is that there's going to be some possible front office shakeups, which is going to be interesting, considering that a week before the draft, Kyle Shanahan's going to be in Abu Dhabi playing flag football, getting paid for that, and the rumor is he's getting paid $5 million to be there for a week. Christian McCaffrey's going to be there too, getting paid. And not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with it, because I am, but I'm not. Because for all we know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for all I know, he's ready for the draft right now. I just, if you got the final say, I just don't know. I mean, I guess he can do the job remotely. I mean, he could look at film and talk to his people, remotely.
And he has been doing that too.
But it's appearances, though. I guess it's appearances. But at the same time, I mean, he is basically he's in the last year of his contract. So, what, he might as well go get that money.
He's confident though, Fam. Kyle knows Jed's not going to fire him. I think he knows.
I don't think. I mean, there's only way Kyle gets fired is if we see what happened with Tom Sula and Chip Kelly, where the stadium is empty. Well, that's how you get fired from New York. You start messing with the money.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't think they're
the profit margin.
They're not committed to winning. It's Jerry Jones is the same way.
He's the worst.
Coaches. Yeah, he's changed a lot of coaches, but Jerry's making big bank at his stadium. So, he bought that big yacht with the helipad on it and a helicopter to go with it. So.
Where up at Jerry Jones, baby? Pimpin'.
So a lot of good money, but I hope whatever happens, I do hope they get somebody that runs the draft. That's not. I'm sorry, if Kyle is the final say, then to me he's to blame for a lot of these busted up draft picks.
Yeah.
And now again, that's if again he's supposed to be the final say. So there's been some serious misses, and they can't afford to make those misses anymore, because whether people realize it or not, are they as good as the Seahawks? No. But when you have a division opponent, any Sunday is game. So who's to say that the same situation doesn't happen next year? It comes down to the last couple weeks of the season. They face the Seahawks again, except this time they get the Seahawks, which is possible.
And that's been proven too many times. Pop, excellent points. We got to stop and can't wait to see you Wednesday and to see what develops there.
Well, I want to see what develops too. I'm very curious. I'm really, really curious to see who the tight end replacement is going to be. But again, George Kittle was on social media and he tweeted out sad. What's wrong, man? That's not how champions think, man. You're supposed to wish your boy good luck and I'll get your ass next season. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to. You're not supposed to say sad, because it's like Jake York and Kyle Shanahan both, they got some shit they need to square away with this team, because there's like a lot of undercurrent crap going on right now. They need to get settled. They really do need to settle this shit.
And hopefully you move between now and Wednesday. All right, fam.
Yep.
Have a great night. Give my best to that family of yours. All right.
You too, man.
All right, Pop. And Tony and Oz. Tony. Well, Tony.
Let me just pull up here, bro.
We bowl that ball right down Tony's alley. We're talking about Lynch and Shanahan's leadership. Oh!
Well, I mean, Ronbo, like 13, 14 years ago when I called in to your show, I had colour in my hair. Now there's not one fucking strand of hair that's all white.
This is the thing about following the 49ers. It can hurt you. Tony, Brian Fleury, and I knew when he got interviewed, they're gonna pick him up in a heartbeat. But one thing that everybody thinks about 49ers, they think Kyle Shanahan's a god. And anybody that works with him, it's like going to the Last Supper, telling everybody at the table, listen, why don't you come and join our team? God. So, Tony, what are your feelings on this? Because there's some shake-up talk.
I mean, you know what I'm like when it comes to Shanahan, Ronbo.
I do. You never talk about Lynch, though, and he's under the spotlight at the moment, too.
Well, I don't talk about Lynch because, for the simple reason, if anybody looks between the lines or whatever, Shanahan was the one that put Lynch there. Lynch didn't put himself there. And Shanahan puts people there that won't backchat to him, that won't talk to him, that will do as he says, and it's my way or the highway. I mean, look what he did with we were top 3 or top 4 defense. He still threw him under the bus, the defensive coordinator that year. What was his name? The black dude.
Oh, D'Amico. Was that D'Amico's year? Yeah, okay.
No. It was after D'Amico.
No, you're talking about recently. Wilkes. Wilkes. That was brutal.
Stevie Wilkes. Yeah,
that was
Stevie Wilkes. He threw him under the bus. That was Steve's fault.
Yeah, and also
that was nowhere near Steve's fault.
Yeah, and that grandstanding on the field was totally uncalled for. I do agree with that. If you want to say something to him later, don't embarrass him.
And then, do it like a man. Don't do it like a bitch. You're going to go slap someone in public.
Yeah, that was vicious.
But his system is, the Shanahan tree is spread far and wide into the league now, and everyone knows what you're going to do. They just put their own tweaks on it. It just seems to me that this guy can't combat his own his own worst enemies, you know what I mean? So he can't come up with a better system than anybody else. And again, we got a lot of holes to fill. What about we're talking about this guy. What about the special teams coach? He's gone.
I've not heard anything about that. I don't know.
I don't think the special teams coach is here anymore either.
I think he is. I think he chose.
Someone will look it up.
Yeah, did anybody hear about? Okay, anyway, we'll find that out for next time.
But we got a lot of holes to fill, Ronbo. and still the offensive line, all these years that we've been calling for some protection of the person who distributes the ball, seems to just fly over the heads of people that think they know shit and they don't know crap. I mean, you know, look, what would you say? And I know these guys are old or whatever, but for rotational people, not starters, but people that you could rotate in and out of the line. Joey Bosa and Von Miller.
Okay, but I need a young nucleus to work with them. But having those guys on the field is nothing but gold. That's pure money.
You get the young nucleus, then you got these guys to teach them while they're playing. Like you look after them, you preserve them. You don't put them on all game or the hot hand like Shanahan. You rotate these guys in and out to keep them fresh for the whole year.
They can set the trend.
And they're cheap. I mean, Von Miller's playing for $6 million a year.
I know. Can you imagine? But he only comes in on certain downs, and he's not overworked or anything. So that's
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And if you can hit it out of the park in the draft, all right, and you got some dudes there, well, good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're going somewhere, but there's a lot of holes to fill. And we're not going to know what the hell's going on until the
season
draft
gets underway.
Over, I suppose.
And Tony, you know, when you use the word a lot of holes to fill, we're not going to get it done in one season, which is worrying me to death.
You can't be done, Ronbo. There's too many holes to fill, right? Too many. And other teams have addressed their problems and moved forward and a lot better. And yes, I know we won 12 games. I know all that stuff, but hey, you know, with an injured thing, and now is this a substation of people studying about this? They're looking at doctors and professors and blah blah blah. And is it going to cost you free agents? Free agents going to say, I'll pass on that thing.
Oh, there'll be some kind of, Tony, that's going to get covered up soon. They're going to come up with something substantial. So to the most people who are listening, they're going to think they're going to bite. They're going to say something about that substation to get that to stop. I already, that's the way it works. I can see that coming.
And another thing is Roger Goodell. I mean, how many thousands of miles are going to make the team travel this year?
Oh, there ought to be some kind of policy that you can challenge schedules. There really should, because some of these things are outrageously unfair. Or you know what? We'll find out, unfortunately. And God.
Yeah, I mean, like you didn't see Vinovich reffing the Super Bowl because the 49ers weren't in it.
See, okay, we can't talk like that because people start coming at us. Oh, there you guys go. Okay, you know what? We're right about it. God, Tony, we got to stop. Oh, that was fun. Tell me back Wednesday. Okay.
All right, bro. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, Smooth, laying the pipe down in Shanahan's ass.
Didn't he?
Frank, the rest of the crew, and I'll get rid of this container and start going home.
There you go, and have a safe ride home, buddy. Talk to you Wednesday.
All right, brother. Cheers.
Cheers, Tony. Oh, God. And 49, Brian says, during the Sea Trash Parade, the homeless stole copper wiring from the downtown train. They had to shut the train down. Brian, is that a joke or is that true? Really? You can get a lot of money for copper. You made no. Hey, Ellis. I do. Do they have
Ronbo, can I get in? Can I get in next? I'm at the checkout line right now.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Right. Go ahead. We're back.
Appreciate it.
Do they have recycle centers for copper? You know, that's asking for criminal activity. Hey, Michael. Ian Sharp.
Hey, Ronbo. Good night, buddy.
You know, like usually 49er fans, we've always got issues that are, it's like getting to
more
bed.
issues every day. I mean, we just
know,
lost our tight end coach. Who else is going to leave? I mean, I guess that tells you how good our coaching staff is. They're just taking pieces by pieces.
Every year.
One by one.
Every year.
Now we're going to get it. Now, Ronbo, one thing good, we will get a draft pick for this.
How come?
Right? Do we get a draft pick for the Seahawks getting our offensive our tight end coach? Does that count as a pick or no?
I don't think so. He need if he was a minority coach, I don't know that
I think they should put a rule. They should put a rule. A guy that's been with us for a certain amount of years.
Yeah, no matter what.
Be like,
exactly. Doesn't matter what color he is. We get a pick.
We should get a pick. All the teams should get a pick for whoever coach has been there long. It doesn't matter what they are.
Yeah,
they should.
I like that too. The stipulation is if we've had a coach over 4 to 5 years, you have to give a pickup.
Mm-hmm. Yes, agree. Now I wonder. Now that somebody was talking about, we might get after another coach for Atlanta. That might come for
No, he's already come. From what I understand, I forgot his name.
I think William Roberts was talking about it. Earlier.
Yeah, we got him. He's Raheem Mostert likes him, and they worked together before. So
I don't think our special team, and I think our special team coach is still with us. I
think so
get
too.
Rid of him.
Yeah,
nah.
I think special team coach is
he's
still
with
there.
us. He's with us. No, he's with us.
Because that would have made a big news.
Yes, no, that would have been a new. No, but no.
And
so now, when does the combine start? Is that coming up this week?
I think it's exactly 2 weeks away from now, which is very interesting because Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. So now we'll have to watch. Everybody in here is gonna have to watch and see who looks good and who don't look good. Because remember, everybody changes. You know, you might think he looks good in college, but then his combine drops. Or some of those bad college players might have good combines.
It always works that way. If you see that Olympian in the combine, 4.29. Oh! When he comes to the NFL, he'll pull a muscle almost immediately, and he gets hurt almost quicker.
And then another sad news with college football: Northern Iowa tight end passed away Sunday.
Yeah, I saw that that you posted up there.
18, I think, or 19 years old, young kid. Man, see what these football players. I don't know if he had a health issue or whatever, but man, I feel sorry for these young kids. He could have been a good athlete down the road. You never know with these guys.
You know, football's a very dangerous game.
That's one thing about football and any sport. Doesn't matter what sport you play.
Because I think you can have death can sneak up on a kid if he something could go along with a hit. He may not even show any signs or anything, and then suddenly dies.
And he dropped that Sunday. See?
That's happened too many times.
You pray as a football player, you pray every day, these young kids. They pray every day because you could be playing football practice on Saturday and drop dead Monday. Or Sunday, whatever. Or you could drop dead during practice. How many guys died during practice? Heat stroke.
Yeah. Hey, and matter of fact, I don't know if they're still doing it. Remember in the summertime, Mike? 2-a-days, and the coach would have you put on pads sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean,
it happened in our high school too.
Yeah, you know, I don't think they do 2-a-days anymore, though, do they?
No, I think they're starting to cut back on that because a lot of kids, those big guys, they get, that thing gets hot. Trust me, I've seen it. That thing guys sweating bullets.
It's summer, yes,
let it loose,
And the coach over there yelling, "Hey, stay away from that water, guys! Stay away from that water! Take another lap and then come back and get the water, hey, coach." And they finally stopped coaches from doing that.
My coach had brains. He said, "You make sure to
hydrate.
Smart.
It's important."
Oh no, yes.
Some of those Marines sergeants who were coaching football, man, out of their goddamn mind. Oh, by the way,
I told Nikita, get rid of AJ Brown, man. She says once they get rid of AJ Brown, they'll go after another good receiver. You got to watch with the Eagles.
Hey, Howie's good. He'll find somebody. Oh, by the way, that coach you're talking about is Jerry Gray for a key defensive coach role. Jerry Gray.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, though.
All right. I got to see how good he is. Tony Wright would know more about him.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it came from Tony.
Tony Wright would definitely give you the history of this guy. Probably can tell you where he came from before the Falcons.
Their defense was interesting too.
Tony Wright, you better keep us posted. Let us know about this coach. You're any guy that comes from Atlanta, Tony, that comes to our side, you got to give up news about him. If it's positive or negative. Yeah.
Ian Sharp says, "Stop drafting soy milk drinkers." Hey, Michael, there's some truth to diet. People don't understand. You just can't eat at McDonald's every day because you're a kid and be okay. You better try to find some nourishment.
Nope. And a lot of Wendy's, and I heard a lot of Wendy's in the U.S. are closing up.
Why?
Money issues, I guess. It was in the
You
news.
know what? Fast food though. That's a tough road to hoe. Wendy's was in fast.
McDonald's got the most. You know which restaurant got the most in the U.S.? McDonald's.
Of course.
13,000 or 14. Yep.
McDonald's
That's one of the top. That's Heart Attack City. That's Heart Attack City right there.
They did a movie on it.
Heart Attack City.
Remember?
Yep.
Yep. Also,
that's why when I played football, a lot of my coaches said no McDonald's.
I knew even as a kid, don't overdo it with McDonald's. I loved a Big Mac, though. Just, it tastes so good. But don't eat them too much because I was always concerned about, man, don't eat that shit too often.
So, Rams, how do you feel about playing us week 1? How do you feel? You guys got to be nervous because if we're healthy,
don't ask them.
We're coming in.
They'll make you mad as hell. Yeah. Don't ask them, man. Because, Rudy's just, that dude.
Well, Rudy, he's probably going to be scared.
He'll be he's already talking shit.
There'll be more 49er fans in Australia than Ram fans. Trust me. Australia's going to have all red in your watch. Michael, it is.
Oh, no doubt. I've no doubt about it. Michael, we got to go.
Yeah.
I will see
happy
you.
Valentine. I hope all you ladies had a good Valentine. Ronbo, I hope you and your wife had a good Valentine.
I hope you did too, Mike. I know you did.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you Wednesday.
I hope all you ladies had a great Valentine. Hope the guys treat you good. All right?
It is.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Night, Michael. Take good care of yourself, buddy.
Whatever, bro.
All right, we go back to Ellis, who's in the checkout. Should be out by now. Ellis, you on the checkout?
Yeah.
All right, Ellis.
Well, I'm back, fam. 1 second.
All right, you lost your OC and is now what used to be our coordinator is over in Seattle, and he'll be calling the shots over there for the offense. Much of the happiness to one Sam Darnold. And has the time come for a shakeup in the front office? Have you been keeping notes? I think a lot of people have been about the draft picks down through the years. It's all about who we missed more than it is who we got. A lot of fails, especially the first round picks. Ellis, where would you leave things as competitive as we have been through all the misery? Or do you go ahead, put it all in a hat, shake it up, and pull a name out and make that change? What are you going to do?
We've hit like what? Let's just be honest. We've hit on 25-30% of our picks.
Yeah. What's the average? That's a good point. Are stats kept on that?
It's less than 40% of the time that we've actually hit. Probably maybe even less than 30. Let's just be honest. If you add up all the draft picks that we've had in the last just 5 seasons alone, so there's a major problem. We're going after the wrong players, and I don't know. I don't want to say, oh, you always got to pick the ones that are always being, highlighted the most. But it seems like we tend to go after the players that aren't highlighted as most, thinking that, I don't know if their strategy is, you go after the guys who aren't talked about as much because those are, it's like, I get what the intention is with maybe that thought process, if hypothetically that's it, but it's like that shit's not working.
Yeah, getting people who fit the program.
Go after the hits. Go after the guys that are being sought after and talked about the most. Jalen Walker, that linebacker from Georgia, who's over there in Atlanta going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shamar Stewart and all of those defense. I mean, I just don't understand why they haven't gone after anybody. I mean, they got what's his name from Georgia, but I was thinking that, you know, we need like a speed rusher, like a strong speed rusher, like a D Ford kind of build, you know, someone who's quicker off the ball and who's, you know, just has some more ferocity with speed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking that's what, if you guys are still running the wide 9, I don't know what they're trying to, if they're trying to create something new and not try to find those pieces to fill that void, because that's when the defense was most impactful, was when we had D Ford, even though he only played, you know, 5 games out of a season or 2. I'm just saying, when they were on the field, you know, you saw it like, oh, okay, this is what it looks like. But we have very few opportunities or moments to be able to see our team really looking like, okay, this is a well-built machine. You know what I mean? Top to bottom. You know, but I don't know, man. It's spooky, and like we all know, we only have about 7 picks right now, and if we're doing anything, we may need to be going, you know, drafting down, you know, into the second round with that first round pick, unless they plan on getting that offensive tackle, you know, from drafting that offensive tackle from Alabama. You know, I don't know what the hell they're planning on.
I thought there was one in
man.
Texas. Is it Alabama? Okay.
No, Alabama's the one that I told you about, who looks really good. I can't remember his name. I had it the other day when I called in, but he looks really good, man. And you know, he could be a plug and play, but then again, there's also, you know, they also need to be groomed. They need to be, you know, get acclimated with the NFL standard and, you know, what we're going to be doing here and stuff like that. But we need somebody to come in, and right now they have to draft someone that is a Trent Williams, you know, build kind of guy, and then they can be under Trent for the time being, because he's only going to probably play 2 more seasons, 3 more seasons max. You know, that'd be
a good
take.
That's enough training time for the new kid, though, which would be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. But they got to fucking do it now. They got to do it now.
Should have did it last year.
You know. Yeah, they should have done it last year. They had that one kid who the Raiders drafted 2 of the tackles that we should have gotten, at least one of the 2. At least the Raiders drafted tackles. I mean, they were kind of staying ahead of the game. It bothers me, because it just seems like the same old shit, man. So
different day.
You know, Fleury leaving pissed me off, because he knows that he's been with the team for so long.
Since
he's got all these
2019.
positions. And he's got all these positions, and he's been part of so many different areas of our team.
God.
Like, he has more intel than any player that's ever that was a Niner that went to the Seahawks. You know, next to Kubiak.
See,
but you know, Fleury's been there even longer than Kubiak.
That's gonna have impact, Ellis. I just know it. It has to.
Yeah, anybody scoffing at that and making it seem like there's no real impact and ain't shit is full of shit. It is. Okay.
It's like a cheat code. You see him over there, it's like a undercover agent. He's gonna come over and fill them in on all the information and intel they need. Oh.
Yeah. So that's something that I'm bothered by. You know, they could have just increased his salary, maybe allowed him to be an offensive assistant, because wasn't he just a tight ends coach?
He was just a coordinator, right? You could have paid him some more money.
And I didn't know he was a coordinator for us, because he was the tight ends coach for years. I thought he was still the tight ends coach. Did he really have an offensive position at the title with us?
He was the tight ends run game.
If he did,
you know what, he did. But the thing is, he wasn't. You could have paid him more money.
Yeah.
Gave him the assistant like they did with what's his name. He's the assistant to the head coach or whatever. Just give him, if you want to give him a pay raise and let him do what he does, but don't let him go to Seattle. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. I would have blocked that shit. I would have blocked it. I don't know. They did it to us. People have done it to us. Yeah, it is. But it is what it is. Kyle's just gonna need to step it up. Kyle, you're gonna have to start getting more creative. They're taking his offense, they're splicing it, dicing it, and creating, their own stuff. Like this, the plays that Kubiak was kind of running did look a lot similar to what Kyle runs traditionally, but he mixed some things up, and so Kyle's just gonna need to take a different approach. So he's not gonna be so predictable to kind of evade or that whole. You got your old assistants over there and staff and shit like that, to where we got to worry about them being able to counter us.
He now knows that now, I guess. He should have known 3 years ago. But listen, let me see you Wednesday.
We'll see.
Should be something covered, building up between now and then. All right?
Yeah, we'll see what happens, man.
Fam. Good stuff.
Shout out to fam. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit that like, subscribe. Wipe your feet. And shout out Tony Tone and
money who?
Frank. Hold on, I gotta go through the fam that calls in first. Frank, Donut, Tanisha, Show, Brian. We haven't heard from Evan in a while. I know. Tony always says Evan. He says Evan and Ellis, but we haven't heard from Evan in a minute. Evan, where you been at, homie? Shout out to chat. After that, man, you know what it is. Nikita, Money Mike, Jones, and his B.I. Yitch. And shout out Harold, man, all the Niners, man. Y'all know what it is. Hey, we don't go to other chats. We don't follow other teams and worry about what the hell we're doing. We just worry about our team. That's what separates us from the suckers. So, ain't nothing finer than a Niner, man.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hey, that was...
All right, fam. All right.
And
Peace.
hey, yo, Bill.
Yeah, Ronbo. You over there panicking about Mahomes? Come on now. That ain't about Mahomes. Mahomes got help. Bill Benovich.
I know, but
without
I don't want to play against him.
I would love to see the Chiefs face us without Bill Benovich. I want a clean cut, straight down the middle, 49ers, Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, Max Crosby, 49ers, one-on-one Super Bowl matchup without Bill Benovich and a straight down call down the middle. We're winning that Super Bowl. Don't tell me any different. Don't tell me any different. We're going to watch a 49er beat the Chiefs, beat the bricks off them, all right? Just smack them around, straight belt to Glorious Maximus, because this is a children's channel. I can't say what I want to say. I will just say donkey. Let's keep it PG. But you get my drift. Give me a break. Ronbo?
Yeah.
Let the trolls be the trolls. Let them do their building. If we don't make any moves, any splash moves, any big moves, then we pretty much know we're getting ready for a rebuild. That's what I'm seeing. If he's going to waste people's time, he might as well, we need to get a guy that replaces Trent. We need to give the other players a chance to go win one if we're not going to be nice enough to let them have it on our side if they're going to play around and not want to make trades. People asking about Eddie DeBartolo. If I'm Eddie, I'm calling up Jed. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing,
Yeah.
No, he needs to take him and start taking him out to dinner and embarrass him in front of everybody in California. And maybe Jed would get the hint. Maybe we need to make splash trades, And who cares, we need to start younger. No, we're trying to win one now. Why are we trying to worry about getting younger? Because we still got George Kittle. All right? We still got Christian McCaffrey. We got Trent Williams. We got a few veterans on that team that needs a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Bill,
why are we trying to?
They don't have to. Well, I can answer that for you, though. Because Billy, they can stay, but we need to build around those people with some new up-and-coming talents.
It takes a while to develop from Ronbo. It takes a while to
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't wait until they leave.
Yeah.
and then start. That's too late. Yeah.
But we need to start making splash moves. I mean, there's people that want to go. I mean, Crosby don't want to stay in the Raiders because they're rebuilding. Let's keep it real, 100. The Raiders are on rebuild mode. Crosby
Raiders have been on
out.
rebuild mode for how long? So, you know.
They're going to be on rebuild mode for a very long time. They're going to be on rebuild mode for 10 years. So he realizes that if you want money, go to the Raiders. If you want a ring, come to the Niners. Keep it that way. All right, if you're talented.
Okay, but then that's.
We could do it. Faith. We can win the big one, Ronbo. If we get enough good players out there and don't let them walk in free agency, and we bring back some veterans. I know people don't like Debo, but Debo makes the defense honest. Debo did things that old Ricky Parcell, who's made of glass, can't do. Keep it 100, Rob. I think Ricky loses. Debo uses a few pounds. He's still that player. He's still got that in him.
Oh, okay, let me ask you.
I still believe him.
Do you think Debo's going to lose a few pounds? Bill, he's not. He doesn't have that kind of incentive anymore. He's not motivated. He's a fat cat with a lot of money. So Debo says, "I'll eat."
What is he going to do without a ring at the end of the day?
It doesn't matter. He's got a Maserati. That's it. Debo, what matters to Debo is not.
Super Bowl. Why do you think he's leaving Washington?
Because he's getting thrown out.
I beg to differ. We will have a fired up Debo, and people won't be talking. Everybody owe me an apology. We signed Debo. He comes out in 2026 as boss.
I will give you an apology if that should happen. Yes.
I want an apology.
You'll get it from me.
I promise you, I have faith in the Niners. I was hard on them this past season. I wanted to see us win it at home, and I knew if we did it, we were going to have our rivals in there. And, I just knew it. And we're talking about if there's a time that the logo, the Super Bowl logo could fit, it's got the red all over it with the 49ers. It's got to be. It's made in heaven. I feel it, Ronbo. We got to make that move. This could be our year. And I'm not talking like a Cowboy fan. I'm talking like a Niner fan. This could be our year, Ronbo. To finally win the big one. Do you feel it?
Well, I'm trying to. Okay, Bill, here's the thing.
We beat the Kansas City Chiefs finally in the Super Bowl and get over the hump. 49ers versus Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 61, where we beat them senseless and sent Andy Reid in retirement, and the 49ers win the big one. How?
It sounds like you're writing a script for a movie. Yeah. Bill,
how would you feel?
Well, I'm delighted. Yeah.
That would be the most greatest Super Bowl. They would have to say on record. We won't have another. We've had, 2 boring Super Bowls? 3?
Come to think of it, yeah. As a matter of fact, you're right. The Super Bowls have been boring without us.
So Bill, without us in it, and we hold the Lombardi, Ronbo, that would make money.
Point,
Ronbo.
Bill, we got to stop
though. 49ers shout out. We can come back on.
All right. A Niner! Bill, be back Wednesday. Okay? And let's see what happens.
Keep the positive because you know what? One thing we got that the Cowboys don't got?
Horses? What?
Hope.
Yeah.
Faith and the ability to win the big one.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm not. I love the enthusiasm for us, Bill. Keep it up. Because we're going to need that going into next season. All right, Bill. Have a great night. Vincent Alley. Hey, Vincent. Hey, are you and Ramia actually friends in a rivalry way, or do you objectively dislike that dude? Vince, I got to tell you, it's funny you asked that question because a long time ago when we first, started doing this, he comes on the show is, hey, Ronbo, I've been this and that, and I'm a fan of yours and this and going on and on. I'm a Rams fan, and I want you to know that this is. It kept going on and on. And so that's when it got established that he's going to be that guy. He's going to come in and bother us every chance he gets, you know? But now, after going through some time, I'm a little pissed off about him winning his one Super Bowl that he won't shut the about, you know? And now it's morphing into something else, Vince. I can't answer that question right now. But thanks for the contribution, because every chance I get, I stab Rudy's ass all over the social media scene. God, he's annoying. Oh, hey, Tanjan, come on in, T.
Hey, Ronbo.
How you doing?
How is Sam?
Tanjan, you know, being a 49er fan it's like, it's almost like a job. You know, there's some things in your life that you feel good about. There's some things you stress out about. I don't know where to put the 49. They would be a source of pleasure and entertainment, a soul comforting thing. But they take us all the way to the well and then don't let us drink. Now we're looking at Brian Fleury. Of all people, why him? He's going to the Hawks, who are just coming off of a Super Bowl. They don't need our help. So what about that? And then John Lynch, as you know, smooth tore him a new one.
And indeed good.
You're feeling on all that. Yeah.
Well, listen, as long as I look at it like this. If people are getting in Kyle Shanahan's ear about Mac Jones, I don't appreciate that. Okay? Because he needs to stay. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this is just be real. I don't like them damn Hawks. What's his name? This brother named Kyle Lee 415 called them the Sea Pigeons. That's gonna be their name from now on. I don't like them damn Hawks.
Bird there is, yes.
You know, every time we end up thinking that we're making a business move, and a lot of these fans don't know what they talk about either. Every time you think he's making a good business move and trading somebody for someone else and getting rid of someone for someone else, and look what happened. And then we blame the coach for some shit that everybody was like, oh yeah, we're gonna trade them for this person. It's like, yeah, but this motherfucker helped us win. Okay, that's all they did was help us win. And I don't understand this mental thing about, well, if they helped us win, we can trade them for somebody younger. First of all, young don't necessarily mean good and fast. It can mean arrogant and stupid. So you want someone who loves the freaking game, who can play the damn game. I'm not worried about no damn age. If they still fucking got it, they still got it. Look at Jerry Rice. Every now and then he get on that podcast show. He's still talking about he's so proud of 49ers. He ready to suit up and go back out there. He's still every now and then go. I'm just saying, like,
him and T.O.
There's a bunch of players who is really into playing, and we don't look at it as people come to play for the Niners. You got to worry about these young cats. You got their family going around here making it where they in their ear. Like I heard this one cat, he plays at Florida State. He came to visit the family in the Bay Area. Now I was like, so you may want to play for the Niners. I'm making a joke, and they're like, girl, and they some haters. They talking about he gonna go with my cousin. Them gonna go. He may play for the Steelers. So it's like that type of stuff. You got to realize that plays into the. You know what I'm saying? That may come in and play into why they do what they do. Why shit doesn't go well for the Niners. So you got to look at it more so where who really won it with the Niners? Who really won it with the Niners? Because it's not about your fucking age. I'm sick of people talking about why we could get someone younger. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of young ones that was third stringers. They was letting people get balls. They wasn't even hogging a ball. You only had one damn interception under the whole damn season. So they didn't know what the hell they were doing. They're sitting up here playing like it's college ball. They're sitting up here letting them get the ball, letting them get first place. How you sit there and let someone you make them have fourth and 15 or 4th and 16, and then your damn ass let them get first and
Reminded me.
And we talk about young players. We're not talking about, because they're too old, they're not fast. Get somebody who know how to freaking play. And if it results to, well, we need to trade. We first of all, don't talk about touching Mac Jones. I don't know who's all in the ears, but that's the one that's going to keep us winning, regardless whether he's a backup quarterback or whatever happens, because we got to take up his brother. You know what I'm saying? And then we need someone who is passionate about playing for the Niners. People talk about, we got to get rid of Juwan Jennings. I didn't like that. Juwan Jennings is gone. I didn't like that. He wants to stay with the Niners. And that's what I'm saying. People who want to stay with the team, that love the team, that's the ones that we need to be keeping, number one. So, and get rid of these damn soy boys. Whoever said they got to stop drinking soy.
I enjoyed that one.
That milk mess, I'm telling you, the men come out acting like they're freaking feminine all day. That soy is not food. It's not even, that's for your hair. It's not for your body for consumption.
And in fact, Tanjon, you mentioned soy. Scientists have already proven that it is more of a female drink, and guys can suffer from that over long periods of time of drinking, overdoing it with soy.
They're not even supposed to touch soy, period. Not even little kids. Women not supposed to touch it. How you going? This is why she has a hard time getting pregnant, because she drank too much damn soy milk. You don't want to have no baby? Drink soy. That's your birth control right there. I'm just saying. Here's this thing about the Niners. I already don't like Jay York because I don't think he loved the Niners. I really look. You've been there. I don't know what he's been putting on his skin and face to stay like he's still the same age, like he's 28. You're 60 years old and you don't look it. What are you doing? See, it's like that's probably what's more important: soccer and looks. Okay, he's not really. Somebody got to do something with this cat, because they still talking about that substation. Okay, it's still a big issue, and so that's one. But that's it. Like our Niners, we got to stop shooting our damn selves in the foot when it comes to drafting. You want someone who wants that goddamn spot, who wants to play. And then when we do have that what do you call it? When you have the scrimmage game, the practice, when you go out there and we have that pre-games. When you have your pre-games, we see already, oh my gosh, he should play for the Niners. Oh my gosh, he should play for the Niners. And then when it comes to picking a 53-man roster, they don't pick the ones we want.
Isn't that the truth? So, and this has been going on for a while too. But every now and then,
what the heck is that?
Yeah.
Money? No. First of all, stop. Make them work for it. But stop shooting ourselves in the foot. The guy who had the Spanish name, that's a badass, and you never played him. So it's like this is what I'm saying, dude. I'm cool. So we gotta do better than that.
We definitely do. Tanjon, just a wonderful. I mean, yes, I love when you get in here. I'm gonna be back Wednesday looking for you. Okay.
Okay, and I want to say shout out to everybody, Smooth, and all of them, all of my beautiful 49er faithful, my future husband, all of y'all. Okay, and Detroit drinks soy. Everybody.
And there you go, Don Burt.
Bang bang.
Perfect timing. Good night, Tanjon. I'll see you Wednesday. Oh God. Whew. Hey, Jason, come on in, Jay.
Hello.
Jason, you don't drink soy
milk,
do you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I get loud and clear.
Okay, gotcha.
We're starting a
I don't drink
campaign.
soy.
Yeah, we're going to get taken off the air. The soy milk lobbyists are going to find us and say, look, you guys have went too far. Oh, what? Just saying, guys don't need to overdo it with soy milk. Get yourself a glass of goddamn milk. Plain.
Right.
Cows. So, Jason, okay, the situation. Brian is going to go over and help out the Hawks, knowing everything he needs to know and everything Kyle Shanahan does. Jason, my question, though, and this has been going on for years, though. Hasn't the time come for Kyle Shanahan to alter some of his concepts? Bill Walsh, the legendary figure that he was, one of the things that kept him successful was the fact that Bill Walsh had so many concepts behind every concept that he had that he applied on the field. You Kyle needs to expand his program. It's like, have you ever studied martial art?
Yes.
Jason, no matter was it what was it? Was it kung fu? Was it Japanese karate, Korean taekwondo?
Not taekwondo, but aikido. I did aikido.
Aikido. So you're a aikido master. No matter how many times you sparred with him, no matter how many years you were with him, you could not kick his ass. And I was one of those kids, I thought I could take Master Yu on when I was 19. I said, I'm ready. I've been out in 4 years. I got my black belt early. Let's go. Master Yu would toy with me for a minute. And then all of a sudden I'd find myself laying on my ass. And I didn't even know what happened. That's why I'm thinking, Shanahan, he's the guy. He's the author. You let these guys left, you taught them everything they know. They should never master you. Never.
Yeah.
It's time for him to do that.
I don't know. He just got to get back to himself in a way, because I feel like all of this wins. Everybody looks at him like, oh, he's so consistent that he gets bad talked about him, but at the same time, like, you're not gonna really throw him away because he's like one of the best. So it's that thin line where it's really difficult with, you know what I mean? Dang, do we just get rid of him? Else? Because you don't want to do that, but he does frustrate you because he knows the things that he needs to work on, and he just continues to, you know what I'm saying, doing the same thing, and that's the insanity. So
it is, and if you're gonna play call, at least change the sequence. Don't be predictable. Then teams like the Hawks could just eat the whole game. And they did. We haven't scored. How many points have we scored against the Hawks in the last few times we've seen them? I don't even think it doesn't accumulate to 20 in the whole year. Played them how many times? 3 times.
Right. It was 13 the first week, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Then we only 3 each the last 2 times. So
there it is. Barely 19. Don't have 20 points in the whole season.
Yeah. But I mean to say I missed the last show. You know, I was NBA All-Star Week. You know, I was watching that and stuff.
Yeah.
I had missed getting in, and I had a report for you already. You know what I mean? With some things wrote down. I got a whole page, but I'm not gonna do all of that. I'm just gonna go through. Some of the start names that I have where I'm like, I think if we can get one of these, I feel like, I wanna, get it through the draft and everything like that. But I feel like we only need a couple pieces. So if we can get one of these, and then also we have older guys, so trying to get the next ones in line that aren't so young, but they're, established enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say Brees Hall. Because he has, he's pretty fast and he can catch as well. So that's like a compliment to CMC. Isaiah Likely, he's young and he can block. Kyle Pitts, second All-Pro.
Yes.
Rashid Walker, he can come in and replace Trent Williams. And he's underrated. Xavier Worthy. He's still on a rookie deal, and he's fast. He's 22 years old.
What are you going to give up for that kind of talent? Xavier Worthy would fit the 49ers offense like a glove. Wait, but what are you going to give up for him?
Yeah, that's right. That's the whole thing. And one with the wide receivers, Justin Jefferson. I say, he's came out that he loves San Francisco.
What?
So I don't know if I'm trying to, that's what I heard. I've been doing a little bit of research. And
is he lobbying to get himself out of Minnesota?
He said he loves San Francisco.
And I bet, I would love, if I need to see, I need Kendrick Bourne to stay on the team too. And him and Justin doing the giddy across the field. Nobody does that like Jefferson. God.
Then, like I said, Myles Garrett, as always, you know what I mean? He wants to compete, just like Max Crosby, I think. Who else I got out here? Khalil
49ers
Mack,
are going to
Joey
go after
Bosa.
Max, too. Yeah,
Pimpin
Khalil, I'd take him.
Chubb, Nick Chubb, Jadeveon Clowney.
He'll be available no matter what. Just wait. We could have got him
Michael
every year.
Pittman,
Yeah.
Marlon Humphrey, DJ Moore.
I forgot about Marlon.
Yes, a lot.
Ah.
So yeah, like I said, I had to give you a report. I missed last time, so I wanted to make up for it as well. And
Well, good
give
stuff
my
too. Miles
thoughts on today.
Miles is going to have a hell of a time trying to get out of Cleveland. Cleveland, they enslave players. You can't get out. Max Crosby might be a different story, but you're not going to deal with Davis. Mark's not going to deal with the 49ers, and if he does, he's going to try to take them for everything they got. No, because Mark, they don't like the 49ers. They got a thing about the 49ers ever since his dad.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, we just gotta figure out somehow we can get some of these players in, and give them the idea of, hey, we compete all the time. So you know what I'm saying. I understand you want more money, so like what I mean. If some of these players that are veterans or established, they'll you know what I mean. I guess they'll think about that in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's not all about the money with them.
And,
They'd like to win. Yeah. And we've seen it with
So,
Eric Kendricks. Eric, ooh, he still got it. He had to. Oh, man, I'd love to see him come back next year. I don't know if the 49ers are going to bring him, but still, we'll see.
Yeah.
Jason, good
like
stuff,
I say,
man.
always,
We got
I
to go. I'll see you Wednesday, though.
All right, man. Bring Eddie D back, man. That's what we need.
Whoa! There you go. All right, fam. Night.
All right, people. Ronbo.
Night, Jason. Fam, do you wonder how does the league feel about Eddie D? What if Eddie D and the 49ers did make an announcement, Eddie D Bartola wants to come in and take a position with the 49ers would Goodell and company come after him with 15 lawyers from Boston to make sure that he does not
Never happened.
You know what I'm saying? Eddie D's been blackballed, hasn't he, Brian? I think he's that's it. He's not coming back.
Well, not to mention the fact that he's 80 years old and he's probably got some dementia going because all the stuff that he's been saying lately. To me, he's no better than what Jerry Jones is right now. I wouldn't want that on my team.
That's a good point. I didn't want to put him in a position of power. He may be consulting in the first place, but Eddie was way out of line with what he said.
Rombo, as much as I love Eddie D and he got us those 5 bowls,
but
he's past his prime, man.
Oh.
He should just stay on his big old ranch up there in Whitefish, Montana, and just enjoy the rest of his life being a grandfather. That's what he should be doing.
Yeah, don't rock. I mean, it's
Stay
okay
out
to
of it.
say things, but don't come down and let the media hear what you're saying.
And to go after your family when you're the one that screwed up and was doing illegal stuff, and then you have to take a pardon to get out of it. I mean, give me a break. I mean, I'm so tired of all this crap about Eddie D. He's never coming back, you guys. Just let it go.
Yeah,
let it go. And Jed York is not selling the team either. That's the other thing that I
remember years
can't
ago
grasp.
trying to get him to do it. He's never going to do that. His dad won't let him do it anyway.
And and then you had Papa on a couple weeks ago going Jones and Steve Young and all these guys are going to get together and buy the team from Jed. I've been hearing that story for 20, 30 years and it's never happened. I
didn't even.
It's just
really. I've not heard anything about that until it was mentioned the other day.
Oh, when we had Dennis Erickson and Chip Kelly those years, all I heard was Jed needs to get out of control of the team. He needs to give it back to his mommy or do this or we need to get Eddie back. And it's the same old crap all the time. And I just don't understand it. I just laugh at it anymore. It's just delusional talk. It really is. I'm sorry, I'm a little fired up.
No. These are the times. This is the time of season where we have to be this way because, it's hard to hold that stuff in. You sit around talking to yourself about that, you're liable to punch your hand through a wall. It's really frustrating. Some things,
Especially when, I'm a facts kind of guy and I'm a positive guy, and then all I hear is negative. Dude, we were 12-5 with a beat up roster. Are you kidding me? I mean, this year's draft, they got to do well in this draft. That's for sure. I'll agree with that. But
with only 7 picks they got. Yeah.
The Niners are riding high these last few years. They're doing really good with the team. I mean, I'm not a fan of the stadium, but I mean, Ronbo, whenever they travel, don't you see half a red in opposing team's stadium?
Oh, I love that.
I mean, we're huge. I mean, we're one of the biggest teams in the league, fan base wise. Yeah. We have to be.
I mean,
and I don't get. Oh my God! But we also have that side that are the 40 whiners that I get tired of. I just get tired of the whining and the crying. But we've got it good. Like somebody said, we're not the Raiders. We're goddamn. I'm glad we're not the Cowboys or the Jets or the Browns.
I mean,
or any of these. Can you imagine being the Rams or the Seahawks? I wouldn't want to either be those teams, even though they're winning lately.
I agree. We got to be more grateful. Because a lot of times when we're complaining, think about some other teams and it'll make you feel better. It won't, but it should.
Yeah. But I have no doubt that they'll pull their heads out of their butts again and have another great draft, and our team will get better. And Kyle's got to have another good year, or I think it's going to get worse for him if he doesn't, because he had a pretty good year this year, but. Yeah, he's got to pull some strings this year for sure. But Ronbo, I've got a positive story if everybody wants to hear it, or they want to hear more negativity. I don't know.
We need that. Give it, please. Go ahead.
So the big man behind you there, number 16 on your wall.
Yeah.
I got a cool story.
All right.
So, my stepbrother is an electrician, and he's working with a bunch of guys on this house. And it's on the Idaho-Montana border. And, they're up there. They're working on it. They're getting all the wiring done and doing little touch-ups here and there. It's a pretty nice house, pretty big. And the foreman and all of them are there, and they come and go, well, the owner's driving up here to meet everybody and thank everybody. And they're like, oh, cool. They didn't know who the owner was. They had no clue. Well, guess who it was?
16.
Mr. Joe Montana gets out of this rig, and he says, "Hi, everybody, I'm Joe." And everybody was like, "Yeah, we know who you are." They were all just blown away. They had no idea that they were working on this guy's house.
That
how cool is that?
I couldn't work the rest of the day. Joe would have to tell me, "Listen, I really got to go."
No. Yeah.
Okay.
He pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, and he pretty much just hi and bye, and then his wife was there. Jennifer was there, I guess, and he told the guys there, "Hey, whatever she wants, she gets."
Yeah. No, really.
She's the boss.
Happy wife, happy life. Otherwise, yeah.
It was kind of, exactly. It was kind of like that, I guess. It was kind of funny.
And she's going to have her opinions about the house. And, you and I and most guys, whatever they want is fine. All like, give me a sofa, give me this, that, and I'm fine. But everything else is your design. It's okay. It's okay. Don't argue.
You want a sewing room, you can have a sewing room. That's cool.
You need,
But I'm not sure if that's...
Go ahead.
I'm not sure, exactly where. I kind of have an idea where it's at, but I'm not going to tell anybody, or because I don't care. They seem like they're kind of getting in their retired mode and they're settling down, and I don't know if it's just a getaway for them, but where it's at, man, it's really desolate. It's way up in the mountains, and man, I wouldn't want to plow all that snow every year. That can't be fun.
Oh, that's right, cold. Man, Brian, thanks for sharing that. That is enlightening as compared to what we've been talking about.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Because the funny thing is my stepbrother is he's a Seahawks fan. That's the funny part.
That's not funny. That's disastrous.
Brian,
give him our love.
He told me that story, and I was just kind of. He showed me some pictures. It was pretty funny.
That's great.
So.
All right,
but
Brian.
man, that's why I'll just always be a faithful man. I don't care what all these Grant Cohns and Pig in the Pickles and Damon Bruce's and all these guys that have opinions and hate on our team. I'm not buying into any of it anymore.
And
I appreciate you, Ronbo.
You don't need to. Don't ever buy into that. You know, we're going to be fine.
Yep.
Brian, I appreciate you too.
We're gonna all right,
go
everybody have
Wednesday.
a good night. Love you all. Yep. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much, Ronbo. Have a good night.
Wait, Brian. Thank you. Night, Brian. Yeah, you got to lighten up on the anger sometimes, and just realize
what to do, Ronbo.
Think about Anthony. We're thinking about the Cleveland Browns, the Dallas Cowboys. I'm starting to put the Dallas Cowboys in the pitiful category. Let's see, Cleveland, Dallas, and the Carolina Panthers getting ready to whoop somebody's ass. I got to take them up out of there. Anthony, there's going to be some teams next year that are going to surprise us.
I don't worry about the Cowgirls.
No, they're going to ruin things for themselves. You don't have to worry about the Cowboys. They're going to hurt themselves.
You better worry about the Giants.
The Giants?
You better worry about the Giants, boy. They're coming.
There's going to be several teams every year like
Giants
this, Anthony.
coming.
Every year. Anthony, don't touch upon losing Brian Fleury as the OC. We need Brian Fleury for a number of reasons.
I saw that. I was like, oh, man.
We don't have a tight ends coach.
Seattle be Wayne. They be Wayne, man.
But
I hate that too. When I saw that, I was like, man, what?
Fine. He doesn't necessarily have to be a success as an OC. Now, he may have been a good position coach, but not necessarily an OC. Now you got to run the whole thing. We'll see about how that works out. He's probably going to be great. How much did he learn from Kyle Shanahan? A lot. So, for us, hoping that he may fail.
I think Raheem's supposed to be bringing one of his guys in.
Yeah, he brought a defensive coach in. He just got it, so I can't keep his name on my mind. But he's already here with us, and they hired him from the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
So the Falcons got, they probably needed that coach. He looks like somebody who's been doing that for a while.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronbo, you used to take karate.
Yeah. I eat, sleep, and I slept in a flex position. I loved it. Oh, God.
Ronbo, I used to take karate, and my karate teacher tried to get me one time, Ronbo.
Okay.
He stood up in the middle of class, and he was like, who wants to spar against Sensei? And something in the back of my head said,
stand up.
Well, I think he got it for me. So I ain't saying nothing, so my cousin jumps up there. And he threw a kick at my cousin. He looped it over his head, and he pulled it back, and my cousin went and go in and hit him. Man, he kicked him in the eye. And he said, so Frank Miller, I had that kick just for air. I said to myself, I knew it.
See, that's why I never, Master used to ask for people for demonstrations. I never volunteer for that, because if you go up there and he fires you up, everybody in the class, nobody's gonna laugh out loud. But when we get outside, that's a man took you to school, bro.
I didn't do it, Robert. It's something in the back of my head say, "Boy, don't go up there." And when he did it, he said, "Frank, man, I'm sorry." He said, "Man," he said, "I had that for Anthony, man." I was like, I didn't look there. I said, "I knew it."
You did the right thing, man. You know what? No, I mean, we got Kyle Shanahan. That you mentioned that, and that was the example I was trying to make. Kyle's got to change some
Kyle
things.
learning.
What do you mean learning?
I do believe after this season, what happened, that last game, in an embarrassment, I think Kyle, he learning. I think he not learned some sense this time.
Oh, but he's been learning for how long? It's time for him to get past that and start reaping the benefits of having learned all he's learned. Because if he comes out running the same playbook next year with the same thing, the Hawks are going to eat us up. He's got to make some changes.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking he's going to go in this draft. I think he's going to do right by that line.
Yeah, because you know what? The bottom line is no matter what you know, you got to have the talent to pull it off. So.
That's right. It don't matter. It don't matter about how good the running back is, how good the wide receiver. If your line don't look good, you might have a trash it.
Yeah. You know? I mean, if you got schemes that could win awards, and unless you have the personnel to pull it off, you know, what are you going to do? Like Robert Saleh, great coach. And he got as much as he could possibly get from the personnel that he had. I was impressed with that because we had no business winning no 12 games.
You ain't lying. I mean, cause we were down to what, our fifth linebacker.
Wait, no linebacker. What? Say it again, Anthony.
We were down to our fifth linebacker.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Somebody pointed that out a few days ago. Yeah. I said, I didn't even know we had that many linebackers. But when I think about it, yes, there was new linebacker crews out there all week.
We were down to our fifth linebacker.
And that last group with them dudes from the practice squad, along with Kendrick, that dude was good. I thought. What was his name? Can you remember those guys the last couple of weeks at the end of the season? Tall.
Wallow.
Yes. How'd you feel about him? I enjoyed his play.
I like the Waller band. He was flying around.
Wasn't he?
He was playing
making
good.
plays, making good tackles. And I kept saying, where's this guy been?
I like him.
Well, maybe he'll be back to try out next year. For now, should keep him, actually. Because we're famous for having great linebacking crews. So, we got to keep that up.
We just need to go in the draft and we need to stack up on D tackling and get some ends. And we're going to have to get 2 wide receivers off top.
They're probably going to, because Ricky, as good as he is, it's unfortunate that his family genes are not made for this, but he can play. Damn.
Maybe, but he made a comment though, Ramon. I think he gonna work out. He made a comment. He said
people always.
He said he not heard what the people saying about him.
Good.
He said, he said, I want y'all to keep that same. He said, energy. I want y'all to keep that same energy.
Ricky, you soft.
I want y'all to keep that same energy.
I'm telling him again, Ricky, you soft, man.
Yeah,
come on.
I think he gonna put on more. I think he's gonna put on some more muscle, Rambo.
We gotta go, Anthony. I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, I'll see you Wednesday, and let's see what's going on with Ricky to be actually. All right.
All right, Rambo. Appreciate you, Rambo.
Appreciate you. All right, fam. Oh, Wes says, same Kyle, same Niners. We look goods, though. I will be fine. I got a feeling. I don't know it's going to be as good as we were last year. Don't worry about the 49ers right now. Austin, get your cowboy self in here.
What's up, Ronbo? It's a good Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Yes. We got good things to be happy about, Ronbo, and I'm here talking to you to cap my Sunday off.
Well, thanks, Austin. That's quite the compliment.
Exactly,
what's on your mind?
Well, Ronbo, listen to you guys talk about this coaching staff change, Ronbo. It's
brutal.
just the cycle of the NFL, Ronbo. And it's just one of them. When you're as good as Kyle Shanahan, and we know how good Kyle Shanahan is, no matter if you're a fan or a rival, you know how good that man is. He's an offensive mastermind genius. There's a lot of coaches that are coming off that tree that a lot of teams are going to be plucking, and they have plucked. And this is just another example, Ronbo. When you have greatness like Kyle Shanahan has, you're going to lose your staff, unfortunately, when you just keep winning and winning.
It's hard to come to grips with that, though, Austin. And you know what's so funny? How come all these guys have families? They come over the LaFleurs, the Kubiaks. I'm surprised that Brian doesn't have a relative. You know, I said, man, we get rid of whole families and spread them out throughout the league. You know, I mean, we could cherry pick more than any team in the league. I said, wow. I know we can't get any sympathy though.
It's just one of them, Ronbo. I think a lot of people, you know, and it's with any team, Ronbo. It's like the Seahawks. They just won the Super Bowl, and Klint Kubiak's going to coach the Raiders. I mean, Eric Bieniemy, after he won that, after he won the Super Bowl with the Chiefs, he got plucked to go be an offensive coordinator somewhere else. It's just one of them. If you're winning, you're a hot commodity. But if you're someone like Liam Cohen, right? Mm-hmm. He was one of them rare ones where he was a great offensive mastermind. He goes to Jacksonville and he gets this big leap and wins. And before you know it, Ronbo, there'll be other teams coming to offer, trying to take him away from Jacksonville. It's just the vicious cycle of our league. And it's just
it's understandable. I do understand it, but I can't appreciate it though, Austin. I mean, I'm trying to win here. And every time I look up, a key component is out of here. That sucks. What are we going to do? And when Robert Saleh left the other day, I went through a trauma again. I've already been this with Robert Saleh already. They did it to me twice. You know, the thing is, he's going to be sorry about that one. I just know it though.
And that's the thing too, Ronbo, is I'm surprised not many teams have called for Kyle's services, have been getting on the phone saying, "Hey, Kyle."
You know, if he's because he's still working for the 49ers. If that's why I keep telling everybody, look, we don't like this and that about Kyle. If he gets fired in the morning, he will be in another stadium getting a job and signing papers by lunchtime. No doubt about it.
Yep. That's the darn truth, Ronbo. But to give you some Cowboy news updates before we go, pretty quiet over here so far this offseason, but we're early into it, Ronbo. George Pickens got franchise tagged, so he's going to be with us next year.
Oh, okay. Everybody's waiting for that news. Okay. No Pickens. Take him off the market.
Yep, he got franchise tag, and Jerry, of course, going on about he's going to get his money, got to be patient. That whole rigmarole, Ronbo, Jerry likes to make people wait. It's all good. But
it'll be August before he gets paid.
Yeah.
He'll be mad as hell.
It's just one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll hear trade rumors and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Jerry likes that
quiet.
attention, though, Austin. And you know that, right? Jerry loves, if you're talking about Jerry, he loves it. Good or bad, doesn't matter. He loves the attention.
Yep, he's the attention hog, Ronbo. But it's been a quiet off season for Cowboy land. Sounds like the Niners have more eventful one, which is surprising, but you'll get it fixed, Ronbo. You're the Niners. You've got greatness in your blood.
Yeah.
You got greatness in your blood.
Yeah, but it's time for that blood to get something on it. Because, there's, when you have to deal with Hawks fans and Shams fans, they're talking like they're in our orbit, right? They're standing out there in the dark saying, hey, how many Super Bowls you got in the 21st century? You guys,
I know,
we beat your ass. We owned both teams for a stretch there, and they were quiet. In order to keep them sons of, you got to keep whipping them, and that grown men.
It's one of them, Ronbo. It's like the Giants and Commanders. They were like, we won Super Bowls. We got the greatest play in Super Bowl history. And it's like, listen, when y'all can beat us consistently, come talk to us. Kind of like your situation, Ronbo, with the Shams and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
But
they have their moments, and they can't shut up about it. They go on. Rudy's still running around talking, well, what up, 21? Well, one thing we did, got a cigar in his mouth. The one thing we did do is we got a Super Bowl. You guys are still looking at your highlights on VHS tapes. We have to go through stupid humor like that. And they run it into the ground. They can't use anything new. They're still coming at you that same tired, was never very funny in the first place line, So,
it's one of them. then Ronbo, but it's just like come up with the new material. Like this is
That's all
getting
I
old,
ask.
guys. But
You know,
but Ronbo, thank you as always for letting me on this platform. It's always nice talking to you, Ronbo.
Thanks,
And
Austin.
hopefully
Same here.
we'll have some more Cowboy news, and the Cowboys got to ride out of town, of course. Yeehaw! Go Cowboys!
That Austin. Rudy, man, you know what? Tony ATL. Come on in, T.
Good evening, Ronbo. Good evening. We've been having I came to your live stream late tonight, post Valentine's Day, and
Well, did you have a good time?
we've had some interesting conversations about the NFL. Me and Tanjon and 49er Brian. It's controversial a little bit, but I just want the game to be like the game used to be, and I know it never will be.
No. Yeah, they made those rules to make sure that things remain profitable in their minds. And you're going to see things as a purist, like we are about football. We're going to be really annoyed going forward as well. They're not done yet.
Yeah, because like you said, like the purists, like we are, because it's been about 5 Super Bowls since 2014 that have been rigged. I'm not even gonna go into them again. We all know which ones they are. One cost Seattle a championship, us, you guys, Cincinnati. So it's because of these new rules and because of all this legislation, all this other nonsense. And if you notice, back in the day, the great players of years past, there's more injuries. They didn't have the injuries that we have now. Why is that? Because of all these changes.
It's been going on for a while. There's players of back in the day that would get fined and kicked out of the league. Who's that? Hey, what was that Chicago Bears defensive lineman that used to maim and cripple people?
Back in what decade?
Chicago. Oh, way back in the end of the mid 80s, 90s. Oh, 80s.
You talking about Richard Dan Hampton?
No, the king. The guy who was just he act like when you got the ball on the other side of the field, he took it personal. Oh.
You talking about Singletary?
No. This is Chicago Bears. He was the man.
Oh, you talking about Dick Butkus?
Dick. Yeah. I used to love Dick Butkus. Butkus was frightening. That's the kind of guy I was telling everybody about the other day. When I said I want the 49ers to get a guy like that. I just couldn't remember Dick Butkus.
Yeah. He'll rip your head off if you come in this area, then he'll smile at you after he's done it.
And then if somebody really pissed him off, he'd stand in the middle of the field. You know how they get guys for taunting? Butkus, the refs wouldn't even mess with him. Butkus would sit there and cuss this guy out and walk at him. 3 or 4 Bears would have to grab and hold him back. I said,
Yeah.
Butkus
and just psych the player out of his game on the next few plays. He'd be scared to go his way.
That's the intimidation factor you don't see anymore, and you're right. Because those guys were dangerous, and the league doesn't want that anymore.
Yeah, because if you intimidate them like that now, like a James Harrison tried to be, they'll throw flags on you and ruin your reputation. You're a bad guy.
You get 2 of those, and you get fined and suspended.
Yeah, it's, but, I mean, it is what it is. But Ronbo, I finally found that documentary on the 80s 49ers. I saw it late last night on AMC.
I haven't watched it myself yet.
Ronbo, that was very inspiring.
Yeah, those are some very league. Actually, the league was molded around that time, and the 49ers had a lot to do.
Yeah, it was sad too, Ronbo.
Yeah.
To me, with the Bill Walsh, because the great 49er teams, the 81 team, 13-3, the 84 team, which is so underrated, the 15-1 team that blasted Dan Marino, and then the 89 team, which I think is the best team of all time, 14-2. The 88 team, they talked about that more than any of them. The 10-6 team, how y'all was 6-5 at the midway point of the season. There was a lot of barking and talking about firing Bill Walsh and Eddie DeBartolo throw and stuff. And
Eddie's
then y'all
always
went
been
on
like
that run to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's always been like that. You know, he scared those guys into getting really. They got better quick. So yeah.
But Eddie DeBartolo treated the players better than any owner. Y'all had the best planes. I heard that the 49ers had chefs on the planes, first class on the planes when they went on the road all the time. No other team had that.
You win, you get treated like you did. That's all there was to it with Eddie.
Yeah. Great players, Ronbo. And I've said this to you before. Y'all got some players that should be in that hall off y'all's offensive line. Ken Farnhorst, Randy Cross, who works for college football now.
Yes.
Y'all just had some Keena Turner, who maybe be the linebacker, borderline Hall of Famers.
Those are household names.
And they should.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not talking about the Lots and the Montanas. I'm talking about the other guys.
I know the guys
that
who
got
provided
3 or 4 rings on that team,
right? And
now,
Ronnie Lott.
That's switching. I'm gonna do a little comedy. Where's the Rams history? Like we talking about the Niners history.
Well, you know,
the only
honestly,
history they got is moving from the L.A. Coliseum to Anaheim, the Sheriff's Stadium with the California Angels, to San Bernardino, to St. Louis, back to the L.A. Coliseum, and now they rent the stadium from the Chargers in Inglewood. That's their history.
You know, though, they did have the fearsome foursome. I was impressed with that as a kid.
Yes, they did.
Also, and
the same fearsome foursome that started the season 11-0. Then the last 3 games of the season they lost, and then they lost the first game of the playoffs.
Eric Dickerson. They don't have.
They've had some great players. Yeah,
they don't have a lot to talk about as far as their history goes, but they've had some individuals who are pretty good football players. And
absolutely.
Was that Jack Reynolds?
They're great.
Who played
St. Louis when they were in St. Louis? Those years in St. Louis.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did Jack Reynolds end up with us? Well, Jack Reynolds was for the Rams.
Yep. Hacksaw. He played in Super Bowl 14 against the Steelers and lost 31-19. As I was 79, and then by 83 he was with you guys the year before y'all went to beat Miami. Yep.
You know, he played that game with a broken leg. See, players, they don't build play. There's no players like that anymore, you know?
No.
So it's really.
Alex Mack played with a broken leg in our Super Bowl 51, the same injury, the fibula. The center, Alex Mack, who y'all later got, he played in that Super Bowl.
God, it's kind of, how bad does that hurt? Hang, they don't care.
I know they shoot you up, but I know by the 3rd, 4th quarter that shot wears off.
And when you get home, screaming with pain.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Tony,
you need your crutches.
But we start going back in football history. We burn that clock up quick, Tony. We gotta go. Hey, well, give me some stuff Wednesday because I'll be looking for you like I always do.
Right? Yes, sir. I'm gonna see what bull crap Cowherd. I know he's gonna say some crap tomorrow, but I think this week or next week is combine week, so we're getting ready for that. And then getting ready for free agency and the draft. So I'm kind of scanning and looking at college players right now.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll be looking for you for information on that too. Good. All right, Tony.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you Wednesday.
All right, take care, sir.
You too, fam. Thanks. Okay. It's time to turn out the lights. Fam, I shall see you Wednesday. Thank you for the contributions, fam. Always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to keep you with us so you'll know when we're coming. And I'll see you Wednesday to let you know right now. Let's see what develops in Santa Clara between then and now. All right. As with that said, Niners! My day's not finished until I do that.